There you go. You're unmuted. He's muting himself back and forth. I think he was trying to like fix it or something.
No, I keep muting myself because I am slightly distracted by something else at the moment. That's why I'm saying Loke can go first. I'm still listening, but I also don't want my background noise to be on your.
All right.
No problem, man. All right, Loke, you go.
All right. So about Conan, right?
Yeah. Let me know. Say it with your chest. Say whatever the fuck you want to say.
I definitely think that she's not weak. That's at least that.
Yeah.
But whenever I see someone mention she's like Obito tier and some shit like that, yeah, that shit just
they kind of wild and yeah.
It just pisses me off.
Yeah, you definitely got those type of people too that'll just come out of nowhere and give unnecessary ass winks.
Yeah, fucking Obito tier.
Hey, as a matter of fact, that'll fucking be a really good topic. Characters that have the most ridiculous winks or rat arguments. that would be a good one. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's definitely top 3, Kakazu.
Yeah, but because of noodles.
Yeah, exactly. That noodle scaling.
Yeah, but like.
All right, man, take it easy.
The whole Obito thing, like you know how it went, right? She had years of prep time. She did a lot of damage to him, and he needed to use Izanagi. Because that's fair. That's all fair. But like,
but once again, we obviously know she would never pull that off without the prep. You know what I mean? Or knowing his abilities. Like, because that's another, like, I feel like that was another big thing about it, too. The fact that she knew of his abilities as well. Because, like, let's say she was, like, in Minato's shoes. She's fucked. You know what I mean? Like, she's not going to know how his abilities work, nothing. Like, and in my opinion, I don't think she has that intellect level to immediately, like, know on the fly from seeing Obito's ability. You know what I mean? I don't see that with Conan. So, like, the fact that, like, if she didn't even know his abilities, yeah, she would be fucked. Immediately bodied. And even if she was to come up with, like, a solution just like Danzo's goons did, of just knowing how it works, and when he materializes, that's when he's vulnerable, etc. Like, alright, great, but good luck, implementing a strategy or something to hurt him. You know what I mean? Like, they clearly tried and came up with a strategy, and it utterly failed. You know what I mean? And that would basically be the same exact result with fucking Conan. So
it should be.
Yeah. It should be, exactly. So the only reason why she even performed the way she did is, for one, she knew about his abilities, and two, already had planned in advance of what techniques and strategy she was going to do to try to kill him. So definitely agree, absolutely. What's it called?
But the thing you mentioned got me a bit like.
What's up?
The thing with Obito, right?
Yeah.
Having everything for Madara, and that's definitely true. But how, like, you said, this is exactly what you said. That what he passed down to him was information and intelligence. Like, you can pass down information and explain things and topics, but how the fuck do you pass down intelligence, man? That's not something you can pass down.
So when I said, like, given, like, passing down intelligence, basically what I'm referring to is, like, knowledge. So clearly, like, let's say I have a guy that's next to me. Yeah, it's just knowledge. Like, I'm not saying, like, Madara can, like, transfer his exact intellect level to Obito. No, hell no. That's not even realistic.
Knowledge isn't intelligence.
So, but exactly. But that's what I was trying to say, correlating to where, like, the reason why Obito can seem so, you know what I mean, like, extremely, like, a lot more intelligent to the point where I feel like a lot of people, like, try to wink his intelligence or better yet pull, like, oh, it's way more superior than fucking, like, Minato or Itachi or whatever, all this other shit. It's just weird. I feel like it's more to do with him not only having that genius potential within him, but him also obtaining all that knowledge from Madara, and him being able to exploit that knowledge and utilize that to his benefit, to where it just makes him more, gives him more of a better rep, if that makes sense, a better reputation when it comes to the aspect of intelligence. That's all I'm saying. While compared to Minato or fucking Itachi, out of all people, that shit is just there. You know what I mean? It's just there. Like, fucking inherently there, and they're just ridiculous. You know what I mean? And that's all I was basically saying with the whole Obito thing. And obviously, either way, I'm not saying he's not intelligent. He obviously is intelligent. You have just one example, Naruto. When people try to explain shit to him, he's lost. So even if someone gives you knowledge, it doesn't mean you're going to be able to be capable of or like taking in that and knowing and utilizing. So the fact that Obito can do that from Madara out of all characters is also very impressive. You know what I mean? But what I'm trying to say is, in the aspect of like, let's say you put Sasuke in Obito's shoes, or Itachi in Obito's shoes, or Minato in Obito's shoes, yes, I feel like it's a lot more strongly believable for those characters to be even more, to have more of a greater benefit with that knowledge, or to be able to perform better, etc., and just be more intelligent in comparison to Obito. Like, it's just, it's, you have to basically word it a certain way, if you get what I'm saying. Otherwise, obviously, like, from what you thought, hell no, that's not the case. I'm definitely not saying that. So, and that's all I'm saying. And I feel like a lot of people confuse, confuse that type of thing whenever, like, I'm talking about Obito. Like, at the end of the day, he is very intelligent. Very fucking intelligent. He is a genius. It's shown. It's narratively implicated and everything. But when you're talking about someone like fucking, Itachi or Minato, or fucking, better yet, another example, like fucking Shikamaru's dad and shit, like, or not even him, like, fuck him, like Madara, like, they're built different, you know what I mean? There's something, it's a different component within them, But that's all that was. But anyways.
Like, I forgot those two, like Shikamaru and his dad, like, them two, they're fucking smart as hell, man.
Yeah, they're crazy. Like, exactly.
They're crazy. Yeah, like those two.
Now, like, mind you, they're crazy, but then again, like, then when you're trying to, like, gauge or quantify that extent, you know what I mean? Like, fucking, like, obviously, like, if you look at Shikamaru, like, it's literally stated that Kakashi has the intelligence of Shikamaru, the smell of Kiba Baba, better usage of Sharingan.
That?
So, like,
quantify intelligence, dude.
So you can't quantify, like, intelligence overall, obviously. Like, if we're talking about Shikamaru, then technically yes, like, his IQ is dead-ass stated. But regardless, or if you try to use, like, the fucking stats from the data book, which, come on, bro, you know what I mean? Like, that's not a good to utilize. That's just going to give misleading information from there. What's it called? So, no, hell no, you can't quantify overall. But what I'm saying is, like, there is narrative implications that certain characters are on similar levels of Shikamaru. You know what I mean? Or maybe even to Shikamaru's dad. Now, when it comes to Shikamaru's dad, I think he is definitely probably would be number one when it comes to, like, strategizing in, like, chess-type scenarios. You know what I mean? Like, compared to, like, Itachi, Minato, or whatever. I feel like that he definitely has. But when we're talking about, like, in a sense where... when it comes to, like, on the fly, from, like, analyzing, deductioning, and all that, etc., or countermeasures, like, while you're in a fight and shit like that, that's when I'm like, I might have to start taking that more with, like, Itachi or Minato and so on and so forth. Like, it's very, very fucking contentious. Like, you could easily say Shikamaru's dad could be able to pull off the same thing. I'm not saying that he can't, but, like, just one example of what I'm trying to say, Loke, you have Shikamaru analyzing Kakasu and fucking Hidan, right? And he's freaking the fuck out. Like, he's trying to figure it out, deduce, you name it, and he can't do it. Then you have Itachi, who's with fucking Konan and Kakazu, okay, or he's with Konan, and he's watching Kakazu fight against Hidan, and he's immediately able to deduce instantaneously of everything that's going on and how Hidan's abilities work. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, so it's just... It depends. You know what I mean? It depends on how you're basically talking about it. But, like, once again, Tachi and Minato, they're just fucking built different. They really are.
Wait. But Shikamaru did figure Hidan out.
Yes, but it took him way longer to figure out, to the point where he wasn't able to figure it out until, like, shit was basically hitting, like, dire circumstances. You know what I mean? Like, to where basically it was too late, even after him knowing, and that's basically what I'm trying to say. Like, he was trying to analyze and figure out everything that's going on, and basically by the time he was able to figure out, shit was already kind of hitting the fan. It was too late, and then eventually he tells Asuma, hey, this is what's going on, or he doesn't tell him, like, he kind of, like, controls Hidan. He's, like, walking back to, like, the circle shit and everything, and then eventually goes from there, and that's when Asuma cuts his fucking head off. But while you have that, but then you have, like, Itachi, where he's able just to immediately know on the fly what's going on and just go from there and explain it to Konan, because she was confused as fucking day. She was like, what the fuck is happening? And Itachi's like, oh, this is what's happening. Like, in a fucking less than a second. So that's all I'm saying. either way, obviously Shikamaru is very fucking intelligent. It's like, come on, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying he's not, and he will be able to.
Like,
It just
the whole thing with him is emphasized to the start.
exactly that's the whole thing. It's just the execution of when it clicks and when he thinks. You know what I mean? That is where I give the edge to Itachi and Minato, etc. So that's all I'm saying. And then as for Shikamaru's dad, that's just even more harder to kind of gauge, because even though we get plenty of narrative implication that he's like probably the smartest fucking guy on the planet, you know, there's only so much statements you have with him and so much screen time. And then when you're looking at like characters in comparison, like Itachi, Minato, whatever, they're still having more impressive showings. You know what I mean? Or like even Sasuke, you know. So like, I don't know, man. It's just weird. But either way, you get what I'm saying. Like I shouldn't have to spell it out. Like, you know. And also, this is a question for you guys. Like, was I tripping? I swear to God, that man was like coming in with like debate vibes. Like, I'm over here trying to, have like a general discussion. Like, just say whatever you got to say, whatever. That's fine. But then
it's just a matter of him being used to a certain community, so he just came with the energy that he thought he was going to need.
Like, it was like I was picking up on that. I was a little confused. I'm like, bro, like I'm not trying to debate these things right now, or like go like full fucking, you know, like.
Did it bother you?
It didn't bother me, but it was getting a little bit annoying. If basically that's the best way to put it, because you know, we were talking about things, saying whatever. And then let's say he like disagreed or whatever, and then he would just say, "Oh, that's absolutely not the case," whatever, yada yada, and just go from there. And then he was basically just contesting a lot. And it's fine to contest or whatever and give like your brief explanation of disagreement, whatever. But the way he was doing it was to the point of like, "Do you want me to show you scans? Do you want me like, can you engage with me and say why, whatever?" Like, I'm not trying to do that. You know what I mean? Like, if I wanted to do that, you do that shit for a debate or whatever, and that's a whole different thing. Like, we're trying to have general discussions. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine to have a disagreement, say whatever, but not focus on that disagreement and engage that and keep inciting that or keep on and on about all this other shit. And then he just kept, and then since he kept pushing that, like, then it kept going, like, we were just getting farther and farther away from the topic at hand. You know what I mean? Like,
I think he just really wanted to explain why he thought what he did. I don't think he was trying to be hostile, to be fair, but I mean.
Oh, okay. So like, I don't know, that was a little weird.
No, I get you. No, I get what you were saying though, because he definitely was coming off with the debate vibes. But
yeah.
When I talked to you before, you also showed me scans and shit because I wanted to see and had no problem with it, and it wasn't a debate.
True. Absolutely, yeah. So and that's fine too, but you know, it's just like, for instance, one example, like all the times we've done these meetings and discussions, like fucking, we talk whatever with, you know, it's the same bullshit. We go with him involved that time. I felt like we kept on getting off track, or it was more of me having to like go back and forth and debate something. Or
we always do this.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know. It just felt a little bit different. It wasn't the same.
Time is right. Like, whenever you get on the topic and there's something that needs to be explained, explain.
Yeah.
So that always happens, man. Not only this time.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But anyways, so we did the Conan.
Actually, Ken didn't talk about it.
Oh, he didn't say anything. What are your thoughts on it, bro?
But before you do, actually,
technically, I had talked about Conan. I said it like really early on before you got into the conversation with the other
Biscuits.
gentleman.
Yeah.
I basically had said that I think that realistically she should scale around like Orochimaru's, maybe slightly above.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why she lost to like Jiraiya because he just happens to know how to deal with her paper saw with the oil. That's something a lot of other characters wouldn't be able to do.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to do.
Do you know that her shuriken are also really powerful? Her attacks are also really powerful. Theoretically, they should be at least able to cut through tailed beasts and all that.
Well, not even that. To even support more of her, like her AP. Obviously, this is subjectively, you know, not concretely, but you know, to the point where that's more support of what you said is to the fact that like Obito, out of all characters, is literally blocking those attacks. You know what I mean? Or comboing through them. Like if he really thought he could just straight up just like, that tickles, you know, like. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't combo or fucking dodge, you know?
It's the same man who, with one arm and no effort, blocked the executioner.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So, like, absolutely agree on that take as well. Like, she clearly has to have very, very good AP to where if she's doing those attacks against Obito out of all fucking characters, okay, someone that does have good durability, feat, stats, etc. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? So, absolutely agree with that. Absolutely.
Hashi cells.
Yeah, yeah, exactly that. Like, to where he can heal and shit. Like, so it's very weird to say, like, you know what I mean? He wasn't, obviously, like, being cautious and be like, yeah, I probably shouldn't let that hit me. Let me combo that, or let me dodge or react to it, So, because, like, in the manga, basically, all that really happens is, she charges at him, does all that. He does Kamui, chokes her by finding her with the shotgun. Then she, like, does, like, a suicide kamikaze moment. He had to protect her in order to get the intel, which is the only reason why he took damage. So he had to, like, absorb the explosion while, like, protecting her at the same time, to where that's why he gets hit. And then after that, basically, she initiates her plan, the 6 billion shit. That's the only time she was able to beat him due to prep. And then he does Izanagi. Yeah, then he does, like, Izanagi or whatever, stabs her. Okay, and then from there, like, let's go. This is in the manga, mind you. Lets her go. Then she, like, talks shit more, and, like, rainbow happens, and rain starts falling. And he's like, what the fuck? Like, this is weird. And then he just immediately, like, speed blitzes and chokes her. Or whatever. That's basically how it's shown in the manga. Like, if you were just looking at the manga, that's basically what you would conclude. In the anime, it shows literally everything I just said, except after he stabs her, he then going on, like, does it, the same thing. Rainbow happens, rain, whatever. And then she's, like, spamming paper attacks. He's blocking that shit with, like, a metal rod in his hand, like, dodging and shit. Why? He's not even doing combo. He's just, like, blocking all of it, dodging. It's pretty badass. And then eventually he just keeps running towards her while she's throwing all her attacks at him. And then he eventually chokes her. You know what I mean? So, like, overall, like...
Listening to Obito isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
Obito is...
And remind you, you're talking about Obito. So the fact that he doesn't just straight up, like, where the anime shows to where, like, he's not just straight up speed blitzing, you know what I mean? Just runs and chokes her and that's it, And Genjutsu and gets the Rinnegan. Like, nah, like, he's still having to run at full speed, block, react, dodge, you name it, and then chokes her and fucking, makes her go to sleep in Genjutsu, So, like...
If he was that much more above her as well, no matter what, because she wouldn't be able to set up for it.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So, like... And that's another thing a lot of people forget. Like, you can't just come out and be like, oh, Konan, like, or Obito was holding back so much to the point where that's why Konan was able to do what she did or whatever. When that's actually not the case, because if you scale so much drastically over them, guess what happens? You have Madara vibes. You have fucking Kakashi and Kid Naruto. You know what I mean? Like, shit like that, where the gap of level of, skill and power is completely different, where you can't do anything. You know what I mean? Like, so the fact that, like, she can still be able to throw attacks and whatnot, and obviously Obito's able to deal with it easily, you know what I mean? But the bottom line is the fact that he's not just straight up instantaneously speed blitzing, okay, and dealing with her, which, yeah, he's not trying to kill her, but doesn't mean he can't move at full speed to incapacitate someone or genjutsu someone. That doesn't make any fucking sense, So he's still going to move at full speed. He's still going to want to incapacitate her, just not kill her. Kind of similar to Sasuke versus Deidara. Sasuke wasn't trying to kill Deidara. He was just trying to find out where Itachi was. So if anything, he's at a fucking more disadvantage because he can't kill him, but he's still going to be moving at full speed, utilizing his intelligence, techniques, you name it, to be able to win and incapacitate Deidara and get the intel he needs. It's the same fucking shit with Konan and Obito. Okay, so...
Obito trying to figure out where the Rinnegan was as well, because he didn't know where she hid his body.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So bottom line is, like, for people to come out there and just start immediately shitting on her and just saying, like, oh, yeah, like, fucking, oh, like, fucking zero diff to base Jiraiya, and she's trash, yada yada, and, blah, blah. If that was really the case, you don't think, like, we all know Obito is way over Jiraiya out of all fucking people. He would shit on Jiraiya. You're really telling me, like... If that was really the case, then Obito should have just no diffed as well, even with prep time.
Like, you would also have to argue that Jiraiya is trash, and Jiraiya is just not trash. Like, he's on the same level as, like, Orochimaru.
Sure.
Orochimaru still
But
stronger.
I'm just saying, like, in comparison to Obito, though, you know what I mean? Like, he's, you know what I mean? Like, Obito is shit on him, Like,
I know what you're saying, but I'm
yeah.
also saying like even like just to say like she's trash, even if Jiraiya did no differ,
Yeah.
like Jiraiya's like again on the same level as like Orochimaru, who again is stronger than like KCM2 Naruto.
Hey, look,
Sasuke.
hey,
KCM2 Sasuke.
hey, look, Fixian's like, fuck you, bitch. Obito no diffs all three. What's your response to that? I wouldn't say no diff. I'd say he low diff them. But that's just me.
Diffs who? Low diffs who?
Obito no diffs all three Sonic at once. That's what he said.
Obito.
Yeah. Orange Mask Obito. I'm assuming that's who he's talking about. Which, obviously, Obito's winning that. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? But, like, fucking... like
no diffs.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say, like, no diff. I think it would be, like, a low diff. That's just me, though.
I would go mid diff.
Damn! Disrespecting Obito like that?
I like Obito,
Yeah.
but Jiraiya with his ability to use this, he's got all
They have so much hacks. Yeah, it's just crazy.
Biggest problem is he's always going to be a big help there, which is going to help him win, but he's not going to be able to rely on it as well as earlier. Since the Sani should be able to fight in tandem with each other, he does Kamui one of them. Then there's just somebody in Kamui now to hurt him if he tries to.
And that too, and especially if he does that to like Orochimaru, who's arguably probably the most intelligent out of them all. You know what I mean? Like that would be really bad. But no, like I definitely get what you're saying. Like if Obito, I feel like the way Obito would approach that, like if he had to fight all three legendary Sonic at the same fucking time, like just him knowing that Orochimaru is a fucking problem, like it was literally talked about over and over, like be wary of Orochimaru, yada yada, the whole 9 yards, like. He's a fucking nuisance, and they always wanted to kill him. Like, if it was that fucking easy, he would have been dead. You know what I mean? So, like, bottom line is, like, for Obito, if he's in that situation, I feel like Obito's best win con, if it really came down to it, is Genjutsu and Kamui. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to be probably, like, his best win con hands down. You know what I mean? But either way, it's still going to be hard. You know what I mean? It's not going to be like instantaneous. Like at the end of the day, Obito is not speed blitzing those people either. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't make any fucking sense. You know what I mean? It's not happening. Like dead ass.
Not a no death though.
Yeah, like dead ass like Itachi. He had to get 3 Tomo shotting on Genju to Orochimaru, and and that's why it was a no diff. But that was because Orochimaru was a fucking retard and severely underestimated Itachi. Or someone on the caliber with that level, aka Obito, is very similar, to where, like, this motherfucker really thought it was a good idea. Yeah, let me look at an Uchiha's eyes, and I could definitely be able to cancel the Genjutsu, real quick. No, you know what I mean? He gets put in Genjutsu, and he's fucking completely fucked now, and then obviously Itachi could kill him because he's in Genjutsu.
I don't think he looked Itachi in the eye time. I think that was, like, basic, like, bigger Genjutsu or something.
The only... I can show, if you want me to show that, I don't mind. It's up to you. It's totally up to you, but I believe that as well at first, but the only reason why I know that's actually not true is because when you first see them, when they're approaching each other, they're literally staring at each other. And then...
So he got him then.
Exactly. He got him before, because when they were walking, and I forgot about this, because all I was remembering is, like, Itachi walks past him, doesn't even look at him, right? And then he just genjutsus him without even looking at him. And I was like, damn, like, Itachi hit him with like a fucking, without even a visual genjutsu and got his ass. And that's what I was like on belief as well. But when you actually, for one, look at the data book, what's it called? Which I know we're talking about data books, fuck data books. But this one actually is supportive with the context and it's not contradicted or exaggerating. It literally talks and explains what Itachi did to Orochimaru. It's literally dead-ass states verbatim. It's a visual genjutsu. Yeah, it's a visual genjutsu, etc. that requires eye contact and so on and so on. I was like, wait a minute, like, but he didn't look at Orochimaru. There's no way. So this data book's probably ass too, right? So then I go back to it, the manga and the fucking anime, and dead-ass, like, they look at each other dead on in the face while they're walking, and then the moment they get past... that's when it's showing like Orochimaru grabbing him with the snakes and all that and everything. But that moment never happened. All that was genjutsu. So like the moment they looked at each other, he was already caught in genjutsu. And then things like then when we start seeing everything from there, when he grabs him with the snakes and it's showing him behind him and all that. That's why it gives you like the false impression that like Itachi didn't even look at him without genjutsu him, that he just genjutsu either with a finger or just use like a hand side, like, you know, Kurenai, if that's her name, and just enhance it with a Sharingan or something or whatever, you know. But no, I feel you. But here, fucking, we can pull that shit up right now. Let me.
I believe you. I'm definitely interested to see it, but I believe you.
Yeah. Let me show you, bro. Fucking. What you doing? While I'm getting this up, give me one moment.
You see, you're also bringing up
What
statements.
you doing?
Or fucking scans.
Yeah, but to be fair, this isn't a normal like podcast vibe, like general discussion type vibe right now. While the other guy dead ass was like coming in with that like debate energy, like, and I was like, bro, like relax. And it was like a repeating thing over and over, like whoa, like I'm not trying to, like that's just a little different. I don't know. I get what you're saying, okay. Like on God, I swear it felt like that. Dream and everything. Fucking, but anyways, but yeah, no, good discussions on going on. Like, absolutely. Like, at the end of the day, obviously, I'm not saying she's fucking, you know what I mean, gonna be beating people like Minato, Obito, Itachi, the whole fucking 9 yards, you name it, like people that are just on a whole, you know, a certain level of scaling. But the fact that she can still be able to keep up, especially with people on that caliber, you know what I mean, like Obito, etc. and shit, is impressive. You know what I mean? It is impressive. You know, because obviously if you go back to everyone's argument like, oh, she's weaker than base fucking Jiraiya, you know what I mean? Or like he no-diffed him, you know, whatever. That's clearly not the fucking case, you know, especially when you see her performance and how she does against Obito. Because if that was really the case, then he should have easily, effortlessly been able to fucking combo her in Speed Blitz. You know what I mean? Just Speed Blitz and combo, that's it. Simple. So, and that wasn't the case. If you're that much vastly stronger than someone, you're basically speed blitzing and you're shitting on them. It's that fucking simple. And if they're still able to react or incorporate some type of strategy or whatever the case can be, yada yada, you name it, clearly they have to have some form of relativity or some measure of speed and etc. to allow themselves to still defend themselves. It's just that fucking simple. But anyways, unless obviously you can prove that the other opponent is holding back, which the only times we really ever get those type of vibes is when you're looking at a character like Maru. You know what I mean? That motherfucker is holding back all the goddamn time. Or better yet, Itachi, always holding back 9 out of 10 times. Then you have Kakashi, 9 out of 10 times he's holding back. Like there's certain characters where it's either in character or there's so much evidence and context to support they're holding back. You know? So if you don't have that evidence and context, then you can't use that as an excuse. You know, and a lot of people try to fall on that as well. You know, and then they'll be like, oh well, then Obito is also holding back. It's like, yeah, you're right. He's holding back in the sense to not fucking kill her, similar to Sasuke versus Deidara, but he's still gonna move at full fucking speed. You know, like it doesn't make any goddamn sense. So, Brooke, what are you doing here, bro?
I can fuck I want.
What'd you say, Brooke? You trying to throw down right now?
Do what the fuck I want, Gregory.
Is the beta actually working for you guys or what?
Yeah, we're fucking people up. I just went 33 and 13.
Nice.
The picture of that.
Very nice. Yeah, no, we don't believe you. So you got to drop scans.
Well, it's too fucking late. We're in a different game now.
Yeah, no, yeah, see, she lying.
You can ask Kevin. Hold up. I'll get Kevin. Hold up.
Kevin's a liar too. Kevin's not viable.
Can I not go 30?
Do I even know your name's Kevin?
Yeah. How do we know who you are?
She got 33 kids.
We know you're on the same person.
Kevin, how many did you get last game?
I got 8 with a pistol.
Brooke, you're off tomorrow, and Kevin's off tomorrow, so I don't want to hear no shit right now, okay? I'm literally going to be getting on in a bit, so just give me a little more.
Still don't believe you two are the same person.
What happened?
Still don't believe they're two different people. I think they're the same person.
Yeah, no, Kevin's the same.
Yeah.
She's changing her voice.
Man voice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Greg, I didn't believe it. I'm looking at the scoreboard. I'm like, yo, you got like 30-some kills.
She pulled a me, huh? Dropping that 30 bomb. Hey, you know what that shows, Kevin? That means you need to fucking get it together. What are you doing?
Hey,
How
Kev,
would
they're
you?
up top.
Look, I'm rocking. I'm doing experience. I'm trying to get my gun levels up to unlock the guns.
Well, be
Cause
careful with
I
that
own the
because
game.
I could be wrong in this unless they changed it. But back then, there was like these other betas I played, and I was like grinding that shit, leveling up. This when I was like a teen.
Yeah, if
And
you
then
grind,
and it didn't even
really
it didn't
well,
even like transition over to the other game. Like when the
It
game
doesn't.
came out, yeah, it doesn't. I'm like, what? I was so pissed, and ever
But I,
since then, I never did that again.
but the thing is, I own it.
it doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter. Yeah. Now it could be
They're
different
not-
this time. You could be right this time, Kevin. Unless that's something they changed, but I'm just saying that could be a possibility. Because that's how it's been for all the other fucking betas in Call of Duty games.
It better not be like that. I'm gonna complain.
They don't give a fuck. They're a billion-dollar company, Kevin. You know,
already
the
got
only,
your
the
money.
only
They
people they
won
listen
already.
to, Kevin, is fucking streamers and YouTubers that give them more money to promote their shit. Those are the people they'll take complaints and listen to. Oh, you funny on that. Hey, but no,
They
that
got
ass,
your money.
like,
They
you're
already
ruining
won.
my Naruto vibes, okay? Let me be a nerd real quick, and I'll be there with you guys in a bit. I promise.
Fucking nerd.
You're a fucking nerd.
Gay.
You're gay. You are the definition of gay, Brooke. You were trying to hook up with
Right.
Shy, my girlfriend. I want to fucking hear it.
Got a problem
No,
with
she was
gay
trying to
people?
hook up with me. Don't play.
Oh, yeah, she was trying to hook up with you. Nah, you ain't slick. Nah. You both are weird. That's what you did. All right, so anyways, I need to...
I'm good looking,
Is
okay?
that-
Don't
Hey,
fuck up.
hey, YouTube and
Right?
Twitch,
Don't fuck up.
don't be taking this shit literal either, okay? I'm not giving out some fucking competent, concrete information. This is obviously me bullshitting, so don't be like, oh my god, fucking, his girlfriend's fucking having sex with a girl. Relax, okay?
His girlfriend's cheating on him with his boss. It's
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm. Facts. Yeah, exactly. Amen.
That don't mean nothing. It's alright.
Oh shit, fuck you guys. No, but deadass, I'll be with you. If you want to hang in here, you can, but you're just gonna get a lot of Naruto talk and you're gonna be lost. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna be on the Geek Fest. It's fine.
don't you ever disrespect us ever again like that. It is not a geek fest. It's called pure, beautiful art, like Datara and Sasori. It's art. That's what this is. Okay, so I don't want to fucking hear it.
what the fucking words are,
I
but
ain't even
okay.
gonna hold you.
No,
I thought you were debating. I thought you were
I'm not
debating.
debating right now. No, I'm doing like a podcast type video right now, just having general discussion, talking about shit. I haven't done it in a while with them.
Then again, I've been drinking.
Oh my god. No,
we're always
I do
drinking,
debates
Kevin.
though. You ain't wrong in that. Tomorrow I'm doing a debate with this dingaling about a Naruto topic and go from there. But either way.
Look, this the first
Me?
night
I
with
feel
no
like it's
kids in the house.
Oh my god.
It's the first night with no kids, so I'm chilling.
You living. You living the dream.
This
Yes,
is my
sir.
every night with no kids.
Alright, be gone, both of you. Get out of here.
Don't tell me what to do. This is a free world. I can do what the fuck I want.
Oh my god.
Right, this world isn't free. It's going to cost you about $1.99 per day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He invited us to his chat, and then we can't use
And
it.
then and we can't even be in the fucking chat. What kind of shit is
I
this?
didn't say that. All I'm saying is we're discussing. You're ruining the Naruto vibes right now, okay? And taking up some quality, precious time for this content video being recorded
Okay,
and made.
first off,
This
maybe
is how
they
you-
like my.
this how
maybe
you
I
do
am
your
fucking
friends.
No.
Okay, maybe they like my entertainment.
Oh my
drunk
god.
enough for this.
You know
I'll
what?
be
Fine. If you guys want to be in here, you can fucking be in here. I'm fucking
Bro,
kiss you
Bro,
both. How
did
about
you
that?
really just shoot me?
Kevin, I'm fucking drunk. Don't play with me.
All right. Anyways,
in
back
the
to
corner.
the geek vibes, right?
Ooh.
Right, Loki? Me, you, and Ken, we're geeks. Fuck us. So, all right, we discussed Paper Girl, Conan. Okay.
That was really
Any more like insight or like any thoughts you have on that, or no? That's about. Do you think that kind of sums it up? Where?
I'm a geek. I'm a geek too. I'm just a different geek.
Kevin, no, you're not.
I mean, I'm a senior network engineer. Don't they give it away that I'm a nerd?
What? All because you're intelligent doesn't make you a nerd.
Yeah, everybody else called me a nerd.
Like
He's
it
pretty
depends. It depends what the topic is, and yeah, it can be considered nerdy. You know what I mean? Especially if you have a lot of knowledge on it. But Like, let's say like you're really good with fucking cars and shit, and you're very very intelligent, or like with your job or something. That doesn't make you a nerd. You're just very intelligent.
Behind you, Kev. Behind you, Kev. Behind you, Kev.
Anyways,
You ain't kill him?
I didn't kill him. No, he's behind me.
fucking.
Oh, we gotta leave this chat so he can
Oh, yeah,
talk about
bye.
Naruto.
Bye, Naruto geek stuff. Got it.
You don't have to leave if you don't want to, but it makes it easier. I ain't gonna do you like
Yeah.
that. If I really wanted to be a dick, I could kick you guys or I could mute you. Dead ass.
One of us. One of us.
Right? But anyways, so back to the Naruto shit. So do you guys have any more thoughts, insights, anything like that? Anything you can think of with Konan, or that's about it for her?
No, for Conan, that's about it.
Okay. Now the next
No lie, you
one.
completely got distracted.
Do you got anything else for Naruto's mom, Ken? 'Cause I know you're really big on her. Any type of, memory, thoughts, feats, scaling,
Ooh.
anything?
I got a good amount.
Okay.
What exactly are you looking for? Like,
Just
got
anything.
speed.
Go at it. Throw me whatever you got. Like, why do you think she's someone that should be a little bit more, respected, analyzed, and kind of out there, and part of the list of Naruto victim characters? If that makes sense.
So, just going off what you were talking about earlier with the fact that she was able to jump in front of the Nine Tails after having the Nine Tails ripped out. For all that, she was still convinced that she was able to pull the Nine Tails in with her.
Facts.
So she was still convinced that even near death,
Yeah.
still strong enough to kill the Nine at full power.
Yeah, it's great. Full fucking power too.
Even-
Just insane. Like, bro, like dead ass. Like, you want to know what's even more crazy? If you really want to like justify that scaling, Naruto, out of all characters, now mind you, this is him in base. Okay, was not able to react at all to the fucking to half the power of the Nine Tails, where he's like dead ass about to kill him multiple times, and Killer Bee had to save him over and over, and his mom had to save him. And then when he goes into Sage mode, then he's able to fucking dodge, react, and do shit, and you name it. But like,
And another thing to keep in mind that that version of Kushina that was able to do that
yeah,
actually a very would have been a very nerd version.
yeah,
Because that was just the remnants of the chakra that she had left. And chakra would be
exactly.
her life energy.
It's just her chakra, yeah, her life energy and her chakra, dead ass. So it's
near dead.
insane. Like, yeah, no, it's just fucking insane, dude. Definitely do agree. I'm gonna go, but I hope you all have a great rest of your night. See ya. No problem fixing. I appreciate you tagging along, man. You have a good one. Thank you for joining on. But yeah, so definitely agree. The only other thing I can really say for her is, like also another thing of how like her chakra control is fucking insane. You know what I mean? Like fucking how she could appear like Minato did in like Naruto's world and shit. Like, fucking like that weird, like what's that shit? I don't know, like the way to like astral type world or something. Like that takes a lot of fucking skill and chakra control, you know what I mean? And she was able to be there for a hot minute. Better, yeah, I think she was there longer than Minato. Fucking, but yeah, like that was, that's pretty impressive. You kind of look at that too, so overall, like absolutely. I think she is definitely one of the characters, out of Naruto, that is victimized or downplayed or fucking, that gets a lot of bullshit, or just better yet, just not even talked about or looked at. You know what I mean? Just oh yeah, Naruto's mom, whatever, yeah, she's a mom. It's like, no, it's not. It's more than that.
Also, in her younger life, she also does a feat similar to what Itachi does.
Really?
So you know how Itachi was able to be Jonin and all that were like.
Yeah.
Kushina, while she was still an academy student, was able to be a Jonin level student.
Gotcha. Oh, wait, that reminds me of a memory. No. Wasn't he a Genin?
Genin.
Yeah. You're right. She was Academy and she was able to beat a Genin. Yeah. Yeah, she beat his ass. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, she's no fucking joke, dude. Like, she's crazy.
She did it with just pure taijutsu.
Yeah, she beat his ass. But yeah, no, so that's what I'm saying. Like, she's no joke. She's pretty up there. Definitely, an underrated character. So for the next one to think of, you guys will like this. And Obito eventually is going to be joining the table as well, because I do feel like he's another character that a lot of people which is really weird. Like, you would think, like, it'd be the opposite, but I dead ass feel like there's a balance between the two where a lot of people, like for Obito, before I even get into him, like I don't want to get sidetracked, but You have fucking like 50% to where people like overwink Obito to like heavily to like a ridiculous amount, like he's some fucking god tier motherfucker. And you have the other like fucking I would say maybe maybe 40% of people that are rational, scale him accordingly, and being honest and humble and whatnot, and where he basically falls, etc. You name it. And then after that, then you have like the other 10% or maybe 20%, whatever. I'm just throwing numbers and shit to where like they be just shit talking Obito, saying he's fucking like he's just dog shit, trash, fucking, you know what I mean, whatever. Like doesn't compare, like would just be immediately fucking beaten by like the high tier scaling characters, you name it, and it's like what, like what, But anyways,
high tier fucking Conan.
Yeah, so like fucking, so it literally gets, we'll definitely have some fun talking about him in a bit. I know Loke will have some stuff to say. But back to what we were saying before, this one will probably definitely, you guys might agree to a certain extent. Guy and Lee. I feel like those two are just shitted on, bro.
Yes. I see Guy though.
Like people fucking like dead ass would look, if there's a will, there's a way, and they will look for any fucking justification or any fucking way to just be like, oh yeah, they're just trash, like they're fodder or whatever, and yada yada, this and that, and the whole fucking 9 yards. And it's like, bro, like it's so weird. Like a prime example, you guys have heard about this shit all the fucking time. It's all the time, okay? Lee during the training exams compared to everyone during that point, And like you have people that think Lee just gets utterly bodied by Neji still, even though there's all the evidence in the world that with the gates he surpasses Neji. Then you have
just going to ignore the fact that he looked terrified of Lee.
That too, and it's literally stated verbatim that technique was designed to defeat Neji by Guy. But anyways, fucking
yeah, but Sasuke one shots.
That too. But either way, like, or better yet, what the other guy said. Yeah, I know you guys caught that when I forgot what I said, but then he immediately is like, oh, well, Sasuke's just stated to be the strongest and fastest, whatever. You guys, I'm pretty sure you realize that I didn't even entertain it or respond to it. I'm like, yeah, nice, man. But anyways, but yeah, you're right too, Loke, one shots. But then you have like, Sasuke and then Naruto and all these other people, like, and it's insane. It's insane how people will not look at the context, okay, or overlook the context, and just completely be dismissive of shit that's right there in front of them. Like feats as evidence, statements as evidence, and fucking just narrative implication as evidence. The three most important categories you need to really prove and argue for a character and what they could do. And dead ass, like everyone's like, oh yeah, he's just trash. Just dog shit. Like just dog shit, like fucking Sasuke, oh yeah, he's gates level of speed, 4th, 5th gate level of speed at that point during tuning exams, and just fucking, he's just that guy. And fucking, Neji, he's also gates level of power, and you name it, speed, he's just that guy, like all just crazy ass shit. It's just ridiculous. Like before I talk and give a couple examples to show the bullshit, okay? Because I'm actually going to, like, show some bullshit. And because this is dead ass. Like, I wouldn't say half, but, like, I would say 60% of the Naruto community, okay, like, dead ass know nothing about fucking Lee the tuning exams. Like, they just can't scale him for shit, okay? And then the other 40% are, like, actual reasonable, humble people, look at everything, you name it, and, like, nah, like, at this current point in time, yeah, Lee would kind of be, the top dog, whatever, so on and so forth.
60 is low, like 70, 80 maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Dead at, like, it's bad with Lee. Like, we'll talk about Guy next, but it is bad with this Lee during the beginning of Naruto. So, yeah, I want to hear your thoughts first, Loke, then hear Ken's thoughts and everything. Just say it all on the table, whatever, go. We'll engage it, talk about it point by point. And then after that, then I'll give my opinion and thoughts, and then show a couple scans for you guys to look at as well, to see, like, just to give you more of a laugh, just to show how fucking retarded people are and their arguments and takes are. and then go from there. But whenever you're ready to locate, just let me know.
Yeah, but before we start, can I fucking, elaborate on those 2 stories that I want to tell you?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, like 2 Discord debates, right? And this was funny because both on Six Discord, right? And the first one was like, it just seemed like a normal debate. They announced it, and I went there, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be fine. This is gonna be fucking fun. And little did I know what was going on, man. Like,
Not in Six's server, I'll tell you that.
yeah, look. There was like 25 people in the voice chat, right?
Yeah.
And even Six was there. And I was like, what the fuck is this? This is shady. There's no way Six is listening to this. Like,
Bruh.
why is he even there?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what was happening actually was there was this one guy and the other guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the other guy was actually one of the owners, created a new account and trolled the first one.
Bruh.
Baller. He was a voice changer, and he was trolling so hard. Holy shit!
Oh my god.
To make him mad on purpose.
Yeah.
Like they were arguing, and he always left. He always fucking left in the middle of the argument, and the other guy was like, "Why the fuck is he leaving? Always like he said he was free to debate." And he you know why he was doing this shit?
And he's passed out in his playpen again.
I'm listening, by the way.
Oh, Mark. You know why he was doing this shit? Because he couldn't stop laughing. He needed to fucking leave the PC so he can go laugh in the background.
Oh my god.
And then Six fucking unmuted his microphone and started laughing like shit and explained it to the first guy, and the first guy was like, nah, just ban me, dude. Just fucking ban me.
Bruh.
Like
Oh man. That's some Shikamaru prep time type shit.
I wish you could hear that fucking voice change that he used. He sounded like a Jamaican pirate.
No.
It was so fucking funny.
I gotta get me one of those, bro. I gotta get me a voice changer now and order one from like Amazon or something. And I gotta do that. I gotta just go on Six's fucking server and just go crazy on people. Like I'll have like a fucking like an Indian accent.
Yeah, like weed.
Yeah, dead ass. Oh, I gotta do that now. You just gave me dead ass like a good YouTube content video to make now.
The other fucking the other fucking debate that was today, and that was Night Flame versus Sage.
Okay.
And the Sage guy always talks shit in chat and fucking gasses up himself and all this.
Yeah.
And Night Flame was debating him.
He's a decent debater. Yeah, Night Flame's good.
Yeah, he was debating him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he like the other guy was saying, the Sage guy was saying that he's got a body and everything. Look,
Oh my god, he's that type of guy, weeb.
yeah, Weeb. But actually, no, he's more humble than Weeb. But look, he was there. He was there.
Isn't more humble than Weeb.
Yeah, he is. But look, he was there. They were arguing,
Yeah.
points and shit.
Yeah.
But like this guy, for fuck's sake, I don't know why, but he could not comprehend a fucking argument, man.
Bro.
Like, he always, dude, when Night Flame asked him to prove a point, he fucking started sobbing.
Crying?
Yeah. And I thought they were exaggerating.
You're lying.
Then I fucking heard.
This man made someone cry?
No, he could, look, Night Flame saw where this was going, so what he did on purpose. Like, he would normally lose the debate if he did this against someone who is good.
Yeah.
But he did this on purpose, right? He started to fucking just, shoot baseless claims. Like, saying, Minato, it was Minato versus Hashirama, right? And he just started saying, Minato is fucking invincible, no one can beat him, even in base. And that guy just couldn't fucking, all he had to do was, just prove that. All he had to do was to do that, just say it, prove that shit.
Yeah.
It's a baseless claim, just prove it. And he couldn't do that. His brain stopped working when
Oh my god.
Even said
That's
something
embarrassing. That's so mean. He did him so wrong, man. That's like me just saying, Minato can just fucking slap away Biju bombs and fucking just cause a nuclear explosion with his fucking kunai. You know what I mean? Which is obviously a baseless ass fucking claim, you know? And so, and if I said that to someone, you could be able to debunk that in so many goddamn ways. Like, all you would have, one scan actually to debunk that. Just show Minato having to use the flying Raijin technique to either go away, or better yet, where he like is able to take it in, you know what I mean? And then teleport it away. Like, that's the easiest way to debunk that. And if you're telling me he can't debunk something that's baseless, that's really fucking sad. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he threw like 5 baseless.
Like, that's like saying Naruto doesn't have 9 tails, and if you can't show a scan to debunk that, you should never be debating. Period. Like, just that's simple. like that means that man, Deadass Night Flame, literally put himself in a position where he could have very much lost the debate or lost that current point. You know, and he still got it because the guy is just a retard. Sorry for me dropping the R word, YouTube. But oh man, that's fucking. Oh, that's funny. That's. I'm glad you told me that one.
They even made the memes. They even made memes like the guy, meme of the guy sitting on the bench and like thinking about his life, and what they said was, yeah, this is fucking Sage. Whenever Night Flame asks for a fucking
oh my god. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, just to sum it up, like basically what happened, just Night Flame fucking threw all the baseless claims, like 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah.
And the guy couldn't do anything. He was just there and quiet and like nothing.
That's when you know you're really bad. Like, I'm not trying to be mean. Like, obviously that guy, there's always room for improvement, and he could always get better. You name it. Like, when you first start, you know, that's never ever where that's not your potential. Like, when I first started, I was a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? I know I was. I was just going based on, like, my more belief instead of presenting evidence, etc. You know, and just based on more belief and passion when I first started. You know, and if I were to go back to my first fucking debates, which deadass, I believe my first one was, like, me debating for Nagato versus EMS Madara. You know, and that was, like, my deadass first one or whatever. If I were to go back and react to that fucking debate video, I know damn well in a debate stance I would have lost, but you know, in maybe like hearing me like in a reasoning, whatever, yada yada, then yeah, maybe that's relative or equal, whatever, sure. But in a debate with, you know, stance, that I most definitely was not only ass but lost that debate. You know, so it's like at the end of the day, it is what it is. But hopefully that motherfucker, you know, learns and definitely starts to improve or figures it out, because that's really bad. Like that's some weeb shit right there.
Yeah, like imagine you are debating.
Like, I wasn't that bad, at least. Holy shit.
Yeah, like imagine you are debating someone, and all he has is baseless claims. Like, obviously Night Flame had more, but he did this on purpose, right?
Yeah.
And imagine you have only have baseless.
He's toying with his prey.
Yeah, basically that, and you cannot.
Pulling a fucking that web dude, you know, Orochimaru's henchman, just playing some games, you know, fucking around.
Like, this guy had a fucking mental breakdown in the middle of a fucking voice call.
God damn.
Like,
damn.
And then he left the voice chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was still typing in chat and saying shit. And his main thing was like, yeah, I just don't like the fucking way this guy debates. Like, what do you want me to do? And Night Flame just fucking typed in, yeah, just tell me, prove it. Mm-hmm. Prove the fucking claim.
Yeah, it's simple. If you make a fucking claim, show some evidence to either subjectively prove it, or better yet, if you can concretely prove it, that's even better. And then guess what? That point is dropped, period. And you move on, and you won that point. You know, like, it's not fucking rocket science. So yeah, no, absolutely. I definitely feel that.
He was obviously trolling, because he even went the other way, right?
Yeah.
Because he made a claim. Night Flame made a claim. The guy started talking, not debunking it, just talking. You know, he went around it and all that shit. And Night Flame even went backwards and said, "No, that's not my burden. I don't need to prove that. You need to prove that." And you just trolling him, even though he started that fucking shit.
Mm.
He just went around all the way and just fucking dogged his ass for fun.
Yeah, doggy style, cheeks being clapped. No, I believe it. But no, that shit's funny though. I'm glad you told me that. What's it called? That'll give some people some laughs when they watch that on YouTube. But back to the main point though. what's it called? What was it? It was Lee. So what are you? We'll start with you, Loke. What's your thoughts, takes, etc. What, like anything about Lee? Why basically
Tuning exam. Right?
tuning exam exactly. And then just basically give whatever you could think of. But the most important thing, like just as an example, like maybe some things you hear from people that are ridiculous when they talk about Lee or disrespecting or downplaying or just either way, you get what I'm saying. You know what the topic is. Just go for it.
Yeah, I know. So basically, I feel like Lee is underrated a lot. Especially the gates are getting downplayed, which
Yeah.
is bullshit because we know what it can do, and it's ridiculous at this point. So,
Loke,
first-
no, Loke, you're wrong. You need all 8 gates open to use your full power.
No.
To use 100% of your muscles. All 8 gates.
Dude, do you know how many times I fucking read that shit? Do you know how many times I did read that shit from Weep in the chat on that fucking Discord? No.
You need to open the gate of death. Even though it's
Either-
blatantly
either-
verbatim stated the first gate. Oh shit. Anyways, continue. I had to put that out there. I had to.
Even the first gate boosts you in power.
It's ridiculous. The first gate is ridiculous.
Yeah, even the first gate is.
But you
allowed
see,
by
and
normal
see
standards.
that's the crazy thing though. And I'm my bad for cutting you off again. Like just with
Yeah,
the
sure,
first
go
gate alone, like is crazy. Like a lot of people really don't understand. Like when Lee does the first gate with weights, he speed blitzed Dozu. He didn't even know what happened. He was just kicked and in the air. You know what I mean? Then it happens to fucking Gara without weights. Same exact thing. Speed blitz gone. Like fucking first gate is just insane. Like it's verbatim stated to have access to 100% of your muscle power, etc., to make you more faster. And the craziest thing about it, of why it's so dangerous, is because you literally obtain a level of speed and muscle capacity to where the other person is basically fucked and defenseless because they can only use 20% of their muscle capacity or whatever speed and shit. Or they would have to use like some type of hacks or ninjutsu or whatever to compensate and fill in the difference. But if they don't have that, and they're starting off in a battle, you're fucked. You know what I mean? Like it's insane. Like a lot of people really fucking shit on the first gate. Like it's just crazy. But yeah, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, I feel like the assumption is wrong because they like a lot of people think that the 8 gate is 100%, but no, the 8 gate is well over that. That's why it's so fucking dangerous to use. Like it's death. The 8 gate itself is fucking death if you use it.
Yeah,
The 7 gate doesn't kill you, but even the 7 or the 6 gate are well above that number.
Exactly. Yeah, basically
It's
the
not
more
100%.
gates you're doing, the more limiters you're releasing
It's
to have
stated.
access to more chakra, which obviously more chakra will give you more power and speed and shit overall. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
the limiters
basically
go-
your
go
limiters
fucking
go away, and that's
out of the
all.
window.
It's similar to fucking Kaioken, like Goku. You know what I mean? Like there's clearly negative drawbacks. You know what I mean? Repercussions from using Kaioken. But it makes you more stronger and powerful the more you do it. X, Y, and Z level. It's the same shit.
Yep.
But yeah, but keep going.
Like the thing with Sasuke and Lee, like I take Sasuke for an example because the most fucking used one.
Yeah.
So basically, we do know. Actually, no. Let me start from the beginning.
Mhm.
Remember when fucking Sasuke thought he can take on Lee, and then he shitted on him,
Yeah.
even with Sharingan and all that shit.
Didn't make a difference because at the end of the day, if you're not faster or can't even react, you're fucked.
Yes, like if you are not fast enough, it doesn't matter that you can read the movements.
Nope. And that's
So-
another thing everybody fucking forgets. Every single it's crazy. Like they're acting like this fucking tuning exam Sasuke is like dead ass like on some Itachi type shit or fucking Kakashi with the shotgun like bro, like no, we literally know where his speed caps at. You know what I mean? Like and if you really want to give Sasuke even more benefit of the doubt, obviously with the Chidori, that should amp his speed a little bit more further. We can't quantify it, unfortunately, but we know it makes you faster, especially when you analyze when Kakashi uses it the first time in front of Minato. You know what I mean? It's literally stated verbatim by Minato that it increases your speed and your power and speed increase, but X, Y, and Z, you can't use it. It's incomplete because you can't perceive and blah blah, and it makes you more vulnerable to attack. So
sorry, but big problem with the Chidori, and a lot of people like to forget, is it's not hard to sidestep it because you're forced to move in a straight line. So no matter how fast it is, if your opponent knows it's coming, you can sidestep.
Exactly, and that's why it gives them more of the advantage to counter. Exactly, which is why you need either Sage Mode or the Sharingan, or you would need to be so much faster than your opponent where that doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? So it's just that fucking simple. And
I don't know if it's that, because even like Hokage Kakashi is terrified he won't use the move because of how dangerous it is. And Hokage Kakashi should be stated to be fast.
Yeah, exactly. Like clearly Hokage Kakashi is not going to use a fucking Chidori on Sasuke. Like you know what I mean? Like let's say obviously you could most definitely argue Sasuke is even faster than that Kakashi at that point. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. And if but let's say you give them both equal stats, right? If Kakashi goes and does a Chidori on that Sasuke at Boruto, and Sasuke has the Sharingan, guess who's winning? Sasuke. You know what I mean? Like, it's that fucking simple. So, that's what I'm saying. So, either way, so exactly what you're saying, okay? If you have Sasuke who's completely getting dog-wiped because Lee is just that much faster and stronger, okay, it doesn't matter if he has a fucking Sharingan. But anyways, continue.
Yeah, because he can't keep up, but that's the first point, and then we move on, right? So, then Sasuke, obviously, he trains with Kakashi.
Yeah.
Comes back, and we know he's faster and stronger. Cause
blatantly shown.
As you said, even when he's in base, he is fucking dogging on Gaara for a bit, right?
No Sharingan too.
Yeah, no Sharingan.
He's like, I don't need no perception. Like, I'm just gonna fuck you up my speed.
He then activates it and activates the Chidori, which makes you faster. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
No need to fucking elaborate on that.
Yeah.
No need to explain it.
But see, before you do go on that too, what pisses me off, bro, is like people are so quick to downplay Lee. You name it the whole fucking 9 yards, and then immediately jump the gun and wank Sasuke and be like, oh yeah, now that Sasuke has Chidori, he has 5th gate level of speed.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. So it makes you faster. We know that, the Chidori. But every time people do this a lot, actually. I know this in debates. Right?
Yeah.
The argument is Sasuke activates the Chidori, and even if Lee just stands there and lets him do it, right?
Yeah.
He activates the Chidori, and now tell me, man, that Sasuke is hitting Lee with the Chidori if he's in the 5th gate. No. There is no fucking
not even 4th gate. Not even 4th. Shit. Better yet, probably not even 3rd gate. Because the 3rd gate was what made Lee so fast and strong at that point, where he could utilize the 2nd Lotus technique. That you had to go to the 3rd gate in order to use it, and that technique was designed to even defeat Neji with his fucking crazy ass dojutsu and gentle fist style, to where he could basically see everything at all directions, you name it. So meaning the only way to bypass Neji's perception and gentle fist was being so much more faster and stronger to where they can't even defend themselves. You know what I mean? So even with the 3rd gate, if I'm really being honest, and mind you, and this may sound like I'm wanking Lee, but dead ass, I'm not wanking fucking Lee. It's literally stated, the context supports it, just probably with the 3rd gate alone, this motherfucker would be able to fucking just speed blitz and Lotus, and that's it, dead. Like Kakashi, even Kakashi, says, oh, he's gonna make his move now. You know what I mean? Has the Sharingan out and everything, and that's another impressive narrative implication, because Kakashi only takes his Sharingan out when he considers you a threat. You know what I mean? It's dead ass, what he does in character, in order for him to perceive and keep up, So, that's very impressive. But regardless, he's like, all right, now he'll make his move, because he's clearly thinks he's, strong enough and fast enough to just, shit on him, enough. Rock Lee just activates another gate to get even more faster and stronger. And and then he's like, wow, what a fucking guy. Like, just what, hard work or sheer will alone would never be, like, enough. Like, is he really a genius after all? Like, you're talking about, like, this is coming from Kakashi out of all characters, who literally is a fucking genius, okay, a very talented shinobi. And even with his genius and talent, he couldn't even get that far with the gates. Itachi couldn't fucking do it. All these other characters that are... Minato couldn't fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that Lee and Guy can actually do that just goes to show that they are literally a genius in such an extraordinary way. Kind of similar to Naruto, if you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yep.
To where they're just so... They're built so fucking different, they can accomplish something that nobody else can accomplish. Because that's how much of a genius they are in that aspect. So... Absolutely agree. And, like, deadass, I would even go that far. Like, now, before you continue even further, I'm going to ask you a quick question. And it's either let me know if you think I'm capping or not. Do you think
Just
if it's...
yes or no?
Yeah, yes or no. Do you think Weightless Lee, if he were to do the first gate on that Chunin exam Sasuke, if he would still be able to speed blitz and hit him in the air with the kick? Like he did a Gaara and Dozu.
Weightless Lee.
Weightless Lee with the first gate.
Yeah, I should be able to.
A dead ass, like, people will probably lose their minds, but dead ass, I do believe Weightless Lee should be able to, with the first gate, to now have 100% muscle capacity and even more speed enhanced. Like, that alone would be enough to kick Sasuke all the way in the air, Lotus his ass, and he's done. That fucking simple. You know what I mean? Like, like, now, if you give, like, let's say Sasuke does Sharingan and Chidori, you know what I mean? Because they're clearly relative because, it's literally stated verbatim that Sasuke's speed is relative to Weightless Lee. It didn't say, like, equal to, but relative to it. So let's say, like, fucking, you know what I mean? Like, they're going back and forth, whatever. And then Sasuke's like, all right, bet, I'm going to use my Sharingan. Now he has the advantage because he's able to perceive and he's beating Lee's ass. And Lee's like, all right, I'm going to use the first gate so I can get faster and end this. Let's say he does the first gate, and then Sasuke does Chidori. At that point, I think it'd be arguable, like, or reasonable to say Sasuke should be able to still deal with, even if he does the first gate. Like, at that point, I think it's very, very contentious. But then again, all because the Chidori amplifies your speed and makes you faster. You know what I mean? Like, great, that's cool. And for one, you can't quantify how far. And two, we know it makes you faster, but then Lee... You're talking about 100% muscle capacity. While Sasuke can only do 20% and then enhance that 20% with his Chidori. So then it comes to question, like, if the Chidori can, like, amp it to that same degree, then sure, yeah, and then Lee's fucked. But if it can't, then Sasuke's fucked. You see what I'm saying? Like, it can still be either or. So, like, that's the only way you could even say it's a fair shot, like, reasonably, subjectively, for Sasuke. You know what I mean? With that speed, Chidori, you name it. But the moment Lee goes any further than that, especially to the third gate, like, what are we talking about?
Then the fourth and the fifth.
But anyways, that's all I wanted to say on that. But keep going. You're fucking right on it, on the nail.
Yeah, so, like, if Lee even goes to the fourth, it's over. It's fucking over. There's no way, and let alone the fifth. But let me, just so I don't sound like I only rank of Lee and just nothing else.
Okay, you're wrong. Neji beats his ass. Sasuke beats his ass. Base Naruto beats his ass. They're all Gates level of power and speed. They're all they're built different.
Him beats his ass.
They get them narrative amps, baby. or okay, you're forgetting, bro. It says Sasuke is Gaara's strongest opponent. Therefore, he's the strongest. Even though you see Naruto afterwards and he's over here fucking shitting on, like fucking stronger forms of Gaara and you name it, and making Sasuke shit his pants.
Sasuke couldn't do anything.
Like, you're talking about that Sasuke would CM1 activization. This motherfucker is shivering. Dead ass was shivering from fear alone from seeing how strong Naruto was in his fight against a strong guard. But yeah.
Isn't that fucking data book again?
But hey, it's a data book. So meaning
Yeah.
Sasuke's stronger than Naruto, Neji, Gaara,
Oh,
all of them.
yes.
All of
Oh
them.
yes. Oh yes.
They all get fucked.
Yeah.
Anyways,
By the
go
way,
ahead.
The fucking clown car is waiting outside, man, just for you.
Yep, exactly. But go ahead, continue.
Like, just so I can fucking be clear as hell. I don't want to sound like I'm just waking up Lee.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this: if Sasuke hits the Chidori, Lee is done. If he hits it, Lee is done.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, Lee is not tanking a fucking Chidori. And not only that, like you would have to rat and wank Lee and say that the gates increase durability, which
is the exact opposite.
Which is the exact opposite because it's literally fucking them up and gradually making them weaker over time. Yeah, so
I think that the gates even fucking they fuck you up.
Like obviously in a science way, okay, then yes, it would increase their durability because obviously their durability has to be strong enough to where if they are throwing a punch, it's not gonna their arm's not gonna blow up, or fucking.
No, but it tears the muscles.
But it tears the muscles, their bones, you name it. They're exerting so much fucking AP and force to where it's fucking them up. So their durability increases, but it's a very, very small increase to where their body's not just completely getting obliterated. You know what I mean? Not instantaneously. So, but other than that, it does not increase your fucking durability like some Sage Mode or Curse Mark or clearly things that amp you heavily. You know what I mean? Overall.
Let's say it increases just enough for you to be able to do the technique.
Exactly.
Right? But then imagine that this is happening to your body, and then the fucking Sasuke comes.
Yeah, and then so therefore, if he gets hit by a Chidori, he's dead. Yeah, he's fucked.
He's dead, but the thing is, he's not gonna hit him.
Exactly.
He's not going
like,
the whole argument.
You can't hit something you can't touch. It's that fucking simple. It's just like the Flash. Let's say you put Batman in the Flash, right? Obviously, we know Batman is way more intelligent, prep time or whatever you name it. He can be able to beat the Flash, whatever, right? But let's say it's the Flash and Batman, or better, even Superman, in front of Batman, which you're talking about characters that are drastically more fucking faster than Batman. Okay, a human being, a peak human being, he's dead. He's not going to be able to react. He won't be able to do anything. He won't even be able to perceive. Okay? It's literally to the point where unless he has some type of contingency or plan, already active, or whatever the case may be, okay, then that would compensate for his lack of speed difference. Or, better yet, 9 out of 10 times, which is always the fucking case, Superman or the Flash is holding back on Batman, which allows him to either be able to react, etc., or whatever, at certain occasions, not always. Because there could obviously be points where, if they are going at full speed, you know what I mean? Even if they don't want to kill Batman, they could still move at full speed and then just knock him out. You know what I mean? Why not? What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck are we talking about? It's a human.
Exactly, against fucking gods, basically, in comparison. So overall, it's literally that concept. Put Sasuke as Batman. Exactly. Put him as Batman, and even if you gave Batman a fucking shotting gun, okay, if he still can't react and is not fast enough, it doesn't matter if he can even perceive it, he's getting fucked. You know what I mean? He doesn't have the durability to take the attack. He doesn't have the speed to protect himself, or better yet, the speed to contest and then land a fucking, whatever martial art to end the fight or whatever gadget, you name it, okay? He's just gonna get fucked. That's simple.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
So, overall, exactly. That's just basically what it comes down to.
The thing is, if Sasuke lands the Chidori, Lee is dead, but he's not gonna hit him. That's the main thing. He's not going to fucking connect that shit.
He's not doing shit. He's done.
There is no way that Lee's gonna fucking stand there and do nothing.
Yep. Exactly.
The argument even is is he even will he even be able to fucking activate the Chidori? Will Lee let him do that?
No. If we're talking about in character story narrative, no, he would not. It is literally stated verbatim that he needs time to charge the technique. Deadass, he was only able to do the Chidori because Gaara went into a ball of sand. He literally states it. He's like, this is perfect. Since he's not moving,
I can just do this.
he's like, and this technique requires more time, clearly referring to Chidori. then goes all the way back up, and then takes it literally, like, the anime even emphasizes it even further, but even the manga, it goes like panel by panel, and he has to charge it up, and then he can move and do it. Like, literally, Kakashi and Guy are having full-on fucking conversations about it, and while he's charging it up, and then goes. You know, so he needs fucking time to charge the technique up. Now, after he uses it, then yes, at that point you can argue that he can be able to kind of utilize it on the fly or whatever, because when he did it on Gaara, what's it called? Well, no, not even that moment. That moment's different. He just basically reactivates it, like, you know, and obviously it's going to do damage because it's already in Gaara's body. But when you go way more forward, okay, and he's fighting against a stronger Gaara that's transforming like V1 basically, or I better not even V1. It's like the Shikaku form that's kind of covering over him, because he has 3 forms. Yep. He goes Shikaku is like all over him. Then he has V1, which there's one tail out, and then he has V2. That's basically his 3 transformations, and then he has the full transformation. Okay, so Sasuke's fighting the first form, okay, and just with that form alone, okay, Sasuke was able to immediately do Chidori and and charge at him. You know what I mean? And then it happens a second time where he's behind the tree and he can no longer do Chidori. He's like, fuck, I'm out of charge. What do I do? Blah, blah. And then Gaara starts antagonizing him and fucking with him mentally, to where then he gets pissed off, thinks of Itachi, then activates the curse mark to give himself more chakra and shit, to use one more Chidori, and then still fuck up the Gaara that is now in his second state with one tail out, V1. Okay, and then after that, that's it. So at that point in time, yes, he's able to literally utilize Chidori on the go. But in the beginning, when he just learned the technique, which is why he was late, you know, like, and training with Kakashi, you name it, like, no, he can't just do it on the fly. So meaning, if this Sasuke doesn't even have the fucking speed amp as well for Chidori, what the fuck does he do? You know, like... So, like, whenever, like, so basically what I'm trying to say, and you get this as well, if you're, like, actually going to debate someone on that subject and they don't specify, like, that they're referring to debating for the Sasuke, like, you know, after the first fight with Gaara, like, overall cheating exam Sasuke, and they just say, oh, the Sasuke that fought Gaara, like, their first match, that gives you even more of a fucking advantage to argue for Lee and to be better. You know,
not specify when you're debating. You need to specify the version of the character you're taking.
Exactly. And it's very, very important. But see, a lot of people don't think of that, because a lot of people either forget the context, or overall, you name it, whatever, or better, it's just ignorance. They just either don't remember, or they forgot, or they just don't know, you know? And so that's another thing people commonly do. But yeah, continue, and that's also a very good point.
No, like, imagine I was gonna debate, and I'll say I'll pick Madara, right, for some...
Yeah.
Fuck it. It doesn't matter why. And the guy is arguing for him, and then, like, let's say I picked Edo Madara, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, fucking 15 minutes into the debate, I would be like, no, I didn't. I actually picked Jubidara, and you were wrong.
Yeah, no, that's retarded. You can't do that. That's not how that works.
You cannot fucking change that shit in the middle of the debate. You need to pick your character, fucking establish it, and, like, you know, go around that.
Exactly. Now, and yeah, exactly. Now, and remind you, 9 out of 10 times, whenever people are debating for Sasuke, they're always talking about the Sasuke that first fights Gaara. And the reason why, they're always talking about that one is because they're always their go-to. The best argument you could even possibly use for Sasuke, in my opinion, if I was debating for him as well, is the data book, the stupid 2 data book statements that say Sasuke is Gaara's strongest fucking opponent, or better yet, there's another one, I forgot what that stated, but it's kind of similar in the sense, but providing the same narrative implication. And literally, exactly, and the reason why that still actually helps you is because, guess what? That's the Sasuke that first fights Gaara. Not the one that's fighting the stronger Gaara. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So 9 out of 10 times they set themselves, like, without even realizing, like, trapping themselves, and then from there, like, it's kind of just endgame GG, and then they're fucked. You know what I mean? Like, because now they're basically resorting to a Sasuke that can't even fucking use Chidori on the go, you know? Like, while another character that you're arguing for can do the gates on the go, you know? So, like, it's just, it's really bad. But anyways, keep going, though. What else you got for Lee?
Like before I continue,
Mhm.
like just elaborate on the Madara thing
Yeah.
again, just for a second. Like as I said, imagine 15 minutes in, I say no, I actually took Jubidara, and now my character is fucking through the true seeking orbs, fucking 6-pass senjutsu, and all that shit. Like completely changes everything, right?
Yeah,
like,
it completely. It's so important. So important on the version you're talking about.
Not even mention, like, if we are talking about Madara in his Rikudo form, he has so much shit.
Madara gets fucking amps upon amps upon amps. Like...
Yeah, the purple lightning shit, then the fucking Fang of
like,
Light.
it's not rocket science. You have Edo Madara and Jubi Madara, one Rinnegan. Well, no, not even. Then you have Alive, no Eye Madara. Then you have Sage Mode, no Eyes Madara. Okay. Then you have Rinnegan, Sage Mode Madara. Well, only one. And then you have both Rinnegan. No, not both. Then it goes to Jubi Madara with one Rinnegan.
Yeah, then the God Tree, then both.
Then God Tree, which is even more of an amp because he's getting all that chakra, etc. He literally like states it verbatim. Like Deadass was like freaking out, like getting bullied by base Sage Mode Naruto. Okay, and also by 8th Gate Guy, even though he was technically holding back against 8th Gate Guy, and he would have beat him even with one Rinnegan and without the Divine Tree. But anyways, remind you, people will get triggered from that because they're retarded. But anyways, but he's getting bullied by Sage Mode, 6-path Jesus Naruto, no cloak, no nothing, alright, to the point where he had to absorb the Divine Tree, get more stronger to the point where now he's feeling confident, he's like, you can't beat me, blah, blah, blah. And then Naruto's like, Baka, whatever, like, you're an idiot. Like, who said it's going to be just me? It's going to be Sasuke as well. And he appears, then he goes into the cloak, you know what I mean? And then it's that Madara fighting against both of them. And then after that Madara putting up a good fight with the Divine Tree and him and shit, which is very impressive, but Sasuke and Naruto were still kind of dogging him in a way. Okay, then he's like, alright, yeah, I need my other Rinnegan. Goes, gets the other Rinnegan, now even more powerful, where you can do more Limbo clones, the whole 9 yards, to where now Sasuke and Naruto are like really fucking worried, and it's very implied that it's about to be a very, balanced fight. You know what I mean? It's about now it can go either way, or Madara narratively has the edge right now. And then that's when the whole bullshit Zetsu thing happens, and Kaguya and all that.
They're in that Sharingan as well.
Exactly, and I'm not going to get into all that because we even talked about this on a previous podcast episode. But like we all know, at the end of the day, Kishimoto's endgame plan was for Madara. Once he obtained that second Rinnegan, it's over. They would have lost. But then he was like, you know what? Let me give more story. Let me get some more writing in. I kind of wrote myself into a corner, made Madara way too strong. Let me come out with some bullshit with Zetsu and Kage writing, and basically show and imply that Sasuke and Naruto still would have won, basically with that type of writing and scaling. So either way, the bottom line is the version of the character is extremely important. Absolutely.
Yeah, it is. But like they fucking say that this argument wouldn't work, like if you're trying to say it's bullshit because Kaguya was stronger than Madara, right? Even Six said this in his video, and I was like, yeah, kind of makes sense, but Kaguya was fucking stupid.
Yeah, she was retarded. Like
Zetsu told her everything.
Like the craziest thing is, if anything, it was like narrative imply that Jubi Madara was kind of like the same level with Rinnegan, Sasuke and Naruto, but obviously now you got to put into consideration with all his hacks abilities, Perfect Susanoo, his intelligence, you name it. If anything, that could probably potentially make him a bigger threat than Kaguya, because Kaguya
was very strong.
Kaguya is basically Naruto, while Jubi Madara is Kakashi. You know what I mean? Like way more chakra, way more powerful. You know what I mean? So obviously in that sense, yeah, she would kind of shit on Jubi Madara, but since Jubi Madara is so intelligent, chakra control, the whole 9 yards, hacks, whatever, yada yada, that makes up the difference. You know what I mean? It's the same fucking...
Obviously, we are not saying that fucking Jubidara would beat Kaguya.
No. Yeah, just like in that sense, that's why Jubi Madara would more than likely still probably be able to beat that Naruto and Sasuke if they actually kept on fighting. But obviously, if we're putting like Kage against Jumi Madara, like she's just so much more powerful to where, like Jumi Madara, it's either he just gets straight up speed blitz, which I don't think is happening because she wasn't able to do that with Naruto and Sasuke. So why would that happen with Jumi Madara? So basically, what would happen is Madara react, blah blah, it would go, but the moment Kage goes into her next transformation, which she gets even more stronger. And more fucking chakra, like that crazy ass form that she does, to where it took for DMS Kakashi to balance the scales. Like at that point, yeah, Madara is getting fucking slapped. You know what I mean? Like just dog shit. So, but either way.
But don't forget that Setsu told her everything,
and that too is giving her intel, strategy, what to do, the whole 9 yards, exactly. So literally, it was funny as fuck. Like you're talking about a being that's so goddamn powerful, vastly more powerful than Madara. But just dumb as rocks, which is why, like Sasuke and Naruto were able to still survive and do shit,
Yep.
So, but exactly. But anyways, back to what you were saying. Version is very important, matters, yada yada, etc. So back to the Sasuke and then also talk about Lee.
To Lee and Sasuke. Yes. So basically, you have to establish the character, fucking pick it up, and then form your arguments around that in a debate.
Yeah.
And I don't debate. Like, I'm not a fucking professional, I'm not even good, because I don't fucking debate, but at least I understand how it works.
Yeah.
Like, at least.
Like, you could easily be a judge if you wanted to. You have common sense,
Yeah. So, let's go back now. So, basically, it's very simple, right? Like, if Sasuke fucking lands the Chidori, Lee is not gonna tank that, he's gonna be dead.
Yeah.
But he's not gonna hit him with that. And I've been saying this for 5 minutes already.
Yeah.
He's not gonna hit him. There is no fucking way he has the same speed as Lee in the 5th game. And maybe even the 4th and 3rd, whatever. But if Lee goes to 5th game,
it's just not inherently implied. Yeah, it's just not inherently implied.
And just so unfair, it also takes Lee a bit to activate the gates, but it's still less than fucking Sasuke Chidori at that point.
Exactly.
Like
the
later
first
in the
gate,
series, later we see Sasuke activated in the 2nd. Basically every time he uses it. You know what I mean, right? But at that point, no.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, like Lee can do the first gate instantaneously. You know what I mean? Like basically how
the
like
6th gate.
Yeah. Like and then Lee can do like for the. Lee can also activate the 2nd gate instantaneously. The 3rd gate is what took him a little bit. The 3rd gate, but it wasn't long, like to the point like Sasuke. It was like it took him just a little bit more longer, but he immediately got activated it. You know what I mean? So like overall,
and by the way, I said 6th gate. I was referring to End of Shippuden, right?
Yeah. And the Shippuden too. Yeah. So, but absolutely. But absolutely agree. But with all that being said, and you also even brought in the Sasuke and Lee versus fight type vibes. That's already going to piss off some people probably. But anything more you got to say for the character of Lee or Training Exam Lee or anything else? Why he's just, but not even Training Exam. Like even just Shippuden Lee. Like why, like anything else you can think of or got?
Like the
drunkenly, that man's insane.
Like what I really found strange, right, is they didn't use Lee that much at all in Shippuden, like at all, basically.
Yeah.
Only the only character I know to ever stand on a broken leg unconscious and still willing to throw hands at
And that too. That's such an underrated, crazy ass willpower feat, bro. To this day, nobody has beaten him with that. Nobody. Like the only one that has come like close to challenge it or beat like in a competitive sense is Naruto. But then again, you're talking about fucking Naruto. But Lee, on the other hand, this motherfucker, all his muscles are completely torn apart. All his bones are completely fractured over his entire body. And then Gaara crushes half of his body. Now, like, all his bones are completely shattered and torn apart. Everything's all completely fucked.
His leg and a hand.
Yeah.
One arm and one leg.
Yeah, crushes all that shit. Okay. And then he's unconscious. Then the guy's about to end the fight. And this motherfucker was still able to get up, stand, okay, and literally his body is so fucked up he's shaking, okay, and he's literally unconscious, still willing to fight.
Yeah,
and
even his eyes are
Kakashi is
fucked.
pissing his pants like that is absolutely impossible. That there is no sheer way for him to be standing with the amount of damage that his body took from the gates, from Gaara's attack, and and just him like there's no way, like it's impossible, unfathomable. Okay, and then even Guy was like, "What the fuck?" Like, no way. Like turning his head slowly, and then just looks at him and sees him. Like, and everybody was like, "Damn!" like bro, yeah. Even watching that at like your first time, I'm pretty sure the first time you ever saw that, Loke, I know damn well you were like, "No fucking way!" Like you were probably getting out of your chair or like eyes wide open, like what the fuck, you know what I mean? Like that shit was insane. Such a severely underrated fucking scene, dude. Like to the point where I even got pissed
That fight
off.
was great.
Yeah, it was incredible. Hands down, dead ass, no matter what, definitely top 5 out of all Naruto fights. You might hate me for that, whatever. I would definitely say top 5. What's it called? Out of all Naruto fights. Or at least to be generous, top 10. If you don't think it's fucking top 10, you're crazy.
Like from OG Naruto, it would be the second best or even the best.
Exactly.
Let me tell you this: if there wasn't for the final fight in the Valley of the End with Sasuke and Naruto, that shit would be.
Yeah, Valley of the End, Naruto and Sasuke is number 1 for me. Second, like I'm just spitballing. I'm gonna eventually make a YouTube video on this, and I'll actually give my opinion, like from just beginning of Naruto, like scaling all the fights in order. Then I'll do it for Shippuden, and then I'll have a video like of all of it combined, and what if I had to choose, you know what I mean? But either way, what's it called? But like as of now, just a spitball. Sasuke and Naruto towards the end. Second would be Lee versus Gaara. Third would be, my third favorite would be fucking, actually, I take that back. My bad. Itachi showing up and bodying everybody is number 1 for me. Second would be Naruto and Sasuke. Third would be Rock Lee and Gaara's fight.
That wasn't a fight. Itachi, the thing with Itachi wasn't a fucking fight. It was a fucking
You're not wrong though, bro. Like but you get what I'm saying. Come on. That shit was just, oh my god, okay. Like I had a Naruto-gasm, bro, when I fucking saw that shit. Like that the man, how he literally dead ass came in with some Black Force Air One like fucking Air Force Energy fucking type vibes. Like this motherfucker came in and said, "I'm boss. I got the bigger dick than all of you." Like he was just built different on a whole other level, just crazy. But yeah, that's why I'm not gonna get into more, because eventually we can have this even as like a podcast discussion, like kind of ranking the fights and talking about it as well. But either way,
yeah, but Itachi came and fucking showed
that shit was incredible. Yeah, that was incredible. Itachi appearing and fighting everybody. So that's number 1 for me. Second would be, once again, Naruto Sasuke. Third is Rock Lee versus Gaara. Fourth would be, I'd say, Naruto's fight against Gaara. I mean, that shit was just insane with Gambunta and fighting a tail beast. And then if I had to say fifth out of all fights, this is where it gets hard, dude, because there's just so much. There's so much good. But the fifth one is probably going to be the most contentious for me. Once again, I'm just spitballing here, so this is not my official list. But if I had to pick as of now from just beginning of Naruto, it's between either the Hiruzen versus the Orochimaru fight.
Oh yeah.
Or it's between the QB Naruto versus Haku, or it's between Orochimaru pulling up on Team 7 in the Forest of Death. It's between those 3. And I don't know which one to pick. Or better yet, another good one, Sasuke using CM1 with all that purple chakra and him just fucking shitting on Orochimaru's team. You know, that was also golden.
Saku,
yeah. Like, so it's between those 4. Dead ass, it's so hard. But if I had to pick one, I'd say Hiruzen versus Orochimaru.
Yeah, so many great fights.
So many. It's just so many, dude. But anyways, let's we're getting off topic again, but it's worth it though. Let's back what you were saying now. Continue.
Alright, so what I don't get is why they didn't even use Lee that much in Shippuden. Like
And that shit was
the
disrespectful.
the only reason.
But that's
no,
why
the
that's
only-
why
the
that's why
only
everyone has
fucking-
such a false bias or better yet ignorance or interpretation at least of shit. That's just not true.
Yeah, he did. Like he was fucking.
It wasn't used at all.
Yeah.
Like man shows up to fight
That was
against a
pretty
30% Kasame and immediately gets dog watered. like dead ass. I'm gonna be real with you, okay? If Lee went into the 6th gate, I think even he would have been able to beat that Kasame with 30%. But no, instead,
30%.
yeah, like instead, fucking Lee's just there, doesn't do no gates, no nothing, just fighting normal, fucking with weights on for all I fucking know, okay? And then Kasame deals with all 3 of them at ease, puts them in a water prison, and then now having to fight against the big boy guy. That shit was so crazy to me. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, even for Neji and Tenten, like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, they didn't do fucking nothing with them. Like, any of the side characters, they just forgot. They just like, nah, fuck them.
No, like obviously that scene was done so
Yeah.
Guy can shine,
But I think,
I don't know if Lee was able to open the 6th gate by that point.
yeah, who knows? But like, fucking, but either way, like, what I will at least say when it comes to Lee, we know he can obviously do 5th gate, and
Yeah, we know that.
if he's doing the 5th gate, while Guy is there as well, along with Neji and Tenten, what the fuck does Kasame do? Like that's gonna be very fucking tough. And he's getting beaten. But either way, like, I don't know, like, there was just they definitely didn't do even Shippuden Lee justice. They really fucking didn't. They didn't, and to the point where like the only other time I really remember seeing Lee again was in the movies, but those are fucking movies, and then another point.
Yeah, in the last.
There was even the first Naruto Shippuden movie where Lee was in it. He was fighting against these guys that had like their own fucking bootleg versions of Curse Mark, I guess. What's it called? But regardless of that, like, let's
But
get away.
in the last, that was sick. Like
That shit was badass. But then you have like fucking another point where you see Lee again, but this is once again a filler arc. So even though I'm not going to get into all that, whether if you consider canon, whatever, yada yada, but like, it's not part of the main manga or anime, so it's like now it's like fuck. But either way, you see him again in that time, and it's like they did him justice in there, where this motherfucker is like fighting against Four Tails Naruto, and he,
the power arc.
power arc, to where, mind you, and it's stated verbatim by Kabuto that don't get confused, like that Naruto has the same level of power and chakra as the real one. You know what I mean? Like, and to where literally like Lee's able to tank attacks from V2 Four Tails Naruto, which is very fucking impressive. Okay, if you were to accept that into the scaling and whatnot, and then literally then goes into gates with Guy, and they're just shitting on him, bro. Like fucking like just bodying him, bro. Like fucking toss him around like a goddamn ragdoll where he couldn't do shit. And for all we know, that could either be them just in 5th gate, you know what I mean? Or maybe just 6th gate. We won't know. There's no way to know, unfortunately. It's just a green aurora. So it's either 5th or 6th. But either way, let's say it's both of them in 6th.
Like 6.
Yeah, let's say it's both of them in 6th. That is extremely fucking impressive. Like, just insane. And literally to the point where they both hit him, and they send that fucking V2 Naruto flying so goddamn far, that motherfucker goes across the entire city. Like gates are no joke, you know what I mean? Like, when you really look at it. And then,
Definitely not.
yeah, but let's say we dismiss that because, it's filler, whatever, and let's say everyone wants to have a fucking titty attack and can't accept it, right? Let's go into what people can at least accept, but they're still going to bullshit and downplay or have a fucking problem with. Then you have Lee in the War Arc, where, yes, he had the QB Cloak, but the QB Cloak only amps you, I can't remember, I think it's like 3 times your power. So either way, like, he does the gates, and then with the QB Cloak, and he's like, so basically 3 times more stronger than with the gates at that point. Okay, and he basically is able to like speed blitz and shit on fucking Madara. But either way,
Cut him in half.
Yeah, and you can take that as ever you want. At the end of the day, it is what it is. It's like at the end of the day, it's Madara, and he probably didn't give a fuck. He probably just let Lee hit him. I'm pretty sure if Madara didn't want Lee to hit him, he would have stopped him. Like, what the fuck? But even if I were to dismiss that, let's say Madara couldn't react. That's impressive, and also it's still also impressive in AP. because a massive Sage Mode Rising Shuriken couldn't do shit to Edo Madara, but Lee's Taijutsu could cut him in half? Like, what? It's interesting. Like, it's very interesting, but you can take that as ever you want. It's very contentious because, once again, it kind of sucks because, once again, shitty writing. Oh, yeah, let's just give Lee a QB cloak with gates, and now we don't know whether of how powerful he's going to be, or whether he only did that because of Naruto's chakra, or who knows what. Anyway, so let's move past that. So then the final thing. Oh, you're out of here, Ken?
No.
My bad, bro.
Sadly, I got a few other things I gotta take care of. So it's good talking to you guys.
Not a problem, man. I do apologize. We didn't get to let you go. I'm gonna end the.
You're good.
I'm gonna end it here in a bit too. This way we don't talk too much without you.
No.
What's it called? Yeah. So basically, just to keep it short, then you have a look at Lee when he gets more further in the war arc, where he's able to use either. I'm pretty sure it was probably the 6th gate, but regardless, either 5th, 6th, whatever it is, he does the 6th gate. He's able to save Guy from the True Seeking Orbs, which is not that impressive. A lot of people were able to react to the True Seeking Orbs, so it is what it is. But he does that. Then the next feat he does is he does the 6th gate in front of Minato, and Minato got overwhelmed by that power. Remind you. And then he has a statement where he's like where Lee's like, I curse my power. I wish it was blah blah more whatever yada, so he could be able to help Guy and as well against Shibi Madara. And then Minato looks at him with such a serious expression, and just deadass says no Lee, that's plenty enough, dot. Basically implying, mind you, he's seen all these characters. You know what I mean? Everybody. And just from Lee releasing the 6th gate alone at that point in time, Minato was dead ass serious, concerned, oh shit, this motherfucker's crazy strong with the 6th gate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
6th gate.
And you could even imply at that moment that means that Lee was stronger than Guy when he uses his 6th gate, because why would he have that reaction with Lee if Guy was still superior than Lee in the 6th gate? Or better yet, why would he still even have that narrative reaction to Lee with the 6th gate when he's seen all these fucking characters? Naruto, Sasuke, you name it. You know what I mean?
No, you know why? Because he didn't know that he can use. Surprised that Lee can use the gates.
Yeah, and that was another thing too, though. Yeah, Minato's that was the first thing he says, and he's like, wow, Lee, you can use the gates too. And then basically, and that's when Lee says, I never curse in power, blah, blah, whatever. And then Minato finally, gets even more serious. He's like, no. That's plenty, Lee. Please, settle down. You know what I mean? It was a crazy, crazy, moment, in my opinion, for Lee. And I feel at that moment, they kind of gave him some type of justice, even though it's not, the best way, because obviously with that scene, you can still argue and debate it and have your own interpretation, whatever. So it's nothing concretely inherent to be able to scale Lee, but if you look at it, in my opinion, with from the logical stance, I would say that goes to show that Lee is no joke, even with the 6th gate. You know what I mean?
No.
He's no fucking joke. So.
And obviously, that scene was made for Guy.
Yeah, and that too. So, but either way, it's really interesting. But what we'll do from here, we're not going to end the discussion on Lee. We won't do that. So we're going to continue it off. I'll let you be able to say whatever further more you want to about the character of Lee. Then we'll have Ken obviously give his thoughts. I'll give my thoughts. It'll be very quick. I don't really have that much to say.
No, but Ken left.
Yeah. No. I mean, next time we meet up.
Oh.
We can meet up tomorrow. Maybe, or fucking doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. What's it called? I'm not working crazy overtime or anything like that. So we'll have plenty of opportunities to talk again. But either way, we'll do that from there, and then obviously after Lee, we'll move on to Guy, and then the only other characters I can think of. The only other characters I can think of to discuss after that is going to be, I feel like Haku is also one of those characters people kind of underestimate. I think Maru.
No, actually, Haku beats Nagato. No.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. I think the Bone guy is severely a lot of people don't really realize he's also underrated. I think Sakuma Hatake is another character.
But he's featless.
Yeah, and that's fine too. But see, the problem with that is a perfect analogy, just to make it sweet and short. Hashirama and Madara had a lot of hype, and you name it, they were also featless. And then, so, like, let's say it was the same exact shit like they did for Sakuma Hatake for Madara and Hashirama. Then, like,
but it never happened. Like, they're not.
Yeah. No, eventually, yeah, we get to see it and whatnot. But that's what I'm saying. Like, let's say Kishimoto actually used his brain cells and brought Sakuma Hatake back as an Edo. We would have been able to get feats. We would have been able to see things and so on and so forth.
So never happened. Unfortunately.
Yeah. So like, but the reason why I'll eventually explain all that. That's the whole point of me bringing him up. But either way, I feel like he's a character. The only other one I can think of is I'd say Kabuto.
Oh, Kabuto, yeah.
I think he's a good example. Yep, and that people will be shitting on him for really weird reasons.
Especially Sage Kabuto.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's fucking insane. And then other than that, there's probably a lot more better examples as well. But actually, no. Another thing, I think the Raikages are not fucking respected enough either. Like, on God.
The third one.
The third one, third one's insane. Fourth Raikage, like, so yeah, those would be good examples as well. What else? Just think off my head. The only reason why I'm saying this all is this way, when I look back at this recording, like when we meet up again, I can just go to this part of the recording, and then I can remember all the characters I listed, so I don't forget. The only other character I can think of would be Obito as well. He definitely needs to be talked about. Trying to think. Let me know if you think of one. Like a victimized Naruto character, people that are just stupid with.
Oh, Sakura, but that's different. That's
you
justified
know what? That's
for the most part.
Beginning, yes, absolutely. But I'll definitely say War Art Sakura deserves a lot more credit. She deserves a lot more credit than people give her, and a lot of people still shit on her as well. So yeah, she'd be a good example to talk about. The only other thing I can think of, I think also that's severely underrated is Choji. I think he's a good example. Even Kid Choji with the fucking pills and Shippuden Choji.
He actually beats fucking Gamma Bunta.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he fucking smokes Gamma Bunta. What's it called? I think Choji's another perfect example. Other than that, like the only other thing I can really think of, if I'm really being honest with you, is trying to think.
Yeah, that should be enough, right?
Yeah, I think that'll be enough. I think that'll probably cut it from there. There's probably other good examples too. Like I just thought of Dari.
And there is no way we even even cover all of these in the next one. Like
probably not all. Like if we don't like go too crazy like we did on this, like then we'll be able to get through it. But either way,
didn't even get the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
And Ken didn't even say his shit.
Yeah. But yeah, if I think of other examples, if we get to that point, either way, we'll get to that point, whatever. But like I said, don't sweat it or anything, because what's it called? This just gives us plenty of more things to discuss and interact with. There's nothing wrong with it, yeah. And then obviously once we're done with this topic of victimized Naruto characters or characters that are severely underestimated or downplayed or whatever or disrespected, then we'll move on to other, different Naruto topics. So shit, better yet, not what I really want to do after we get finished with this topic for our discussions. I'll see how Ken feels about it and you and as well, but the most intelligent Naruto characters, like kind of ranking. You know what I mean? I think that'll be interesting as well. We kind
of talked about that today.
Yeah, we talked about it a little briefly, a pretty good way, but not to the extent I would want it to be as for like an episode, But all right, man. I'm going to end it here. It's already about to be 1 a.m. for me. It's probably fucking 7 or 8 in the morning for you?
7.
Yeah, so, but I appreciate you tagging along and fucking sleep. What were you saying?
Yeah, one more thing. Like, the fucking OG Naruto Lee.
Oh, Sasori. Low-K, Sasori, too.
Sasori,
yeah. He's one of them. He, too. Yeah. Definitely. Sasori. Even the fucking grandma, too.
Chio?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's no joke.
Let me just finish this. So OG Naruto Lee was appreciated enough, but then in Shippuden it kind of went downhill. And then in Boruto, there is only one fight I can think of, and that that doesn't even happen in the manga, and
Bruh.
then it's just sad. And it's spoilers. I cannot talk about that.
No
but it's
problem.
sad. It's
Okay.
so sad, man.
Damn, I believe it.
Yeah.
But what's
Actually,
it called?
I can see you playing. Oh my fucking god! Are you playing DBD right now? Holy shit!
No, that's part of my girlfriend that was I think the only way she can play that game is if she's like logged into my account or something.
No, not
but-
DBD, man.
Bro.
Fuck me.
But you know, I feel you, man. I feel you. But hey, I'm gonna end it
I have
here.
4K hours on that game. 4K hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have 4,000 hours on DBD.
Goddamn. Be like that.
Yeah,
Shit.
it's fucking torture.
I believe it. But,
Yeah.
but all right, man. I'm gonna call it quits.
so
I'm gonna head
that's
out,
cool, yeah.
and then
Yeah.
what's it called? I'll put
Actually,
in.
I hope you watch Boruto tomorrow. I hope you fuck hanging out. You need to watch that shit. You are the
Bruh.
first fucking people.
No, I'll definitely I'll watch a good bit of Boruto tomorrow. I will. I'll let
Yeah,
you know
hope
that. We will have a discussion tomorrow as well. I do want to talk more with you guys. I'm gonna watch some Boruto. I also have a debate that I'm gonna do against Night Flame. He wants to debate fucking War Kakashi against Nagato, which is really fucking retarded in my opinion, but whatever.
You have Nagato?
Yeah, obviously. What's it called? Like it's not even like that ass it's so fucking simple. Like better yet, what the fuck does Kakashi do against Shibaku Tensei? You know, or just anything in general. Like Kakashi's
Like,
just
I
getting
don't really
fucked.
care, but you better not lose, dude, because it's gonna be embarrassing. Dude.
Yeah, no. I'll be
It's
fine.
not like Kakashi can't do anything, but like Shibaku Tensei is too much, in my opinion.
Yeah,
It's not
Kakashi,
like he
he's not
cannot
going to be able to do
anything.
anything. But like, there's so many ways to approach it. Like, the first way is just scaling simply, just narratively. Like look at Naruto. Like when he gets KCM1, you know, he's now heavily narratively implied to be Yellow Flash level, like Minato when he was a Jonin. You know what I mean? And then and there's all that, and you have Killer Bee, who's relative to certain means, you name it. They're doing things. Hey, I'm literally finishing up right now. I'm about to join.
I was about to say, what the fuck are you doing?
No, I'm dead ass about to like join. I was just letting him know something really quick. But like you have that Naruto, right? And so then you have the War Arc Kakashi, and I'm sorry, like damn well, even Joning Minato, Yellow Flash would fucking speed blitz and kill Kakashi. You know what I mean? Like exactly, but no, that's what I'm saying though. Like if Naruto is on the same level as Minato, speed wise, you know what I mean, and is able to narratively show that and do those feats, Kakashi would also be fucked by KCM1 Naruto. So then, if you have all that right there,
Yeah, Nagato bodied him.
and exactly, and then Nagato destroyed that fucking Naruto.
And B.
Well, Kev, you might as well back out and wait for his slow self.
Yeah,
Alright.
just back up. Like I'm dead. Well, actually, fuck. I haven't even fucking downloaded it though. That's the only
I
problem.
thought you downloaded it.
You were
I thought you
downloaded it
it
already.
yesterday.
No, what's it called? I downloaded it. It wasn't working, so then I uninstalled it. And then after I uninstalled it, there was no way to download it back because it just disappeared from the store. It wasn't there anymore.
It take like a few seconds. It's alright.
But here, let me get this out. But anyways, I'm gonna multitask while getting this shit ready and talking with you real quick. Okay. Basically, just with that narrative scaling is all you fucking need to prove that Nagato would basically just speed blitz Kakashi, do exactly what he did to Killer Bee and Naruto, just effortlessly, and just rip his fucking soul out or whatever, or you name it. Like, it's that simple. Like, if I really wanted to be an asshole, Loki, I could literally just say, like, universal pull, and he just pulls fucking Kakashi's eyeballs out of his goddamn head. Like, what more do you need? You know what I mean? Like, he's just built different. There's nothing Kakashi would be able to do.
Yeah, let me
Would
know.
he
when
beat
that happens.
Goku?
No.
No.
That was an instant no. Shut down.
Yeah, I haven't even seen all of Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z. I've seen all of Super, but I have common sense to know that no, they would not beat Goku.
Super was the worst, but
Oh, Brooke, you missed it. Me and Kev caught 4 W's. You got 1 with us, but we got 4 W's yesterday.
well, you missed me carrying Kevin this whole entire time.
I don't believe that.
Kevin,
She has.
I don't believe that at all. Not for a moment.
She not only carrying me, but everybody we played with.
literally every game I've been carrying. My back hurts.
And then another thing too, Loke, even if like, because I know obviously his main argument would more than likely be Kamui, even if, which it wouldn't even get to that point, which that's gonna be as final as that. But let's say if I were to entertain that and like towards the end of the debate, whatever, and be like, all right, now let me grant you, like if he were like to get a Kamui on, okay, if anything, what's to stop fucking Nagato from just speed blitzing before he even gets Kamui and kills Kakashi, or just blowing him away with an almighty push? Like, all because you're getting Kamui doesn't mean you can't react and do anything. You know what I mean? Like, it's clearly shown. Like, Datara, when he was first getting Kamui, he's over here flying around, trying to move out of Kakashi's sight, so it basically makes it harder for him to Kamui him. Then you have, like, all the other points where, like, Kakashi goes to Kamui, and, you know, like, it's just not fucking working effective, or better yet, like, someone has enough time to react and stop it. Like, Obito's even a prime example. Like, there's so many examples out there that, like, obviously depending on who it is. Now, I'm not saying this is all people type thing. If it's like, for instance, like if it's like Kakuzu, he's dead. But if we're talking about like people like on the scaling level of like Obito, Nagato, etc., or KCM, Naruto, you name it, or Minato, even if they were to get hit, they have ways to deal with it to make it irrelevant. You know what I mean? Like, look at Minato when he was getting hit by Kamui by Obito. He just flying rising out of it. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, there's ways to still argue that, like, even if the character gets hit by Kamui, they can still defend themselves, react, and stop it from going into effect. Or better yet, this is contentious to say, but you can even say fucking Nagato just body flickers out of it. Speed Blitz Kakashi and kills him. Like, that's literally what Naruto's doing. And Raikage, they just do body flicker teleportation with their chakra. And it's literally the same feat as fucking Flying Raija Minato, you know?
Oh, we do know we cannot block it.
Yeah, no, yeah, you can't block it. You know, hell no. You would need like a defense. You need like a Susanoo. You would need like a fucking, you would need something to take the hit for you. But you would have to fucking like time that shit, and that's never ever been shown. Like,
especially Kakashi's Kamui, the left eye.
Yeah.
Like, dodging that is almost impossible, I would say.
Yeah,
like,
basically, it's instantaneously. Yeah.
He was doing something, but he was caught in it. And he wasn't going to escape.
Yeah, his fucking Kamui is insane. I
was gonna get more alcohol.
Damn.
Bro, hop off my phone. Like, what are you doing?
But yeah, no. I've already been doing a lot of homework and research on that, Loke. To where there's going to be many, many angles I can be able to go on that and debate. And either way, like, if I wanted to make it a short debate, which I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have fun with it, discuss it with him, debate it, you name it, go from there. But even if I wanted to make it short, that's the easiest way to just kind of just end it. Like, if you can establish that narrative scaling, you know what I mean? Like, it's basically a GG. Yep. You know, like fucking all because, like, clearly Kakashi is able to, like, react and perceive and shit, you know, when it comes to, like, KCM and Naruto and whatnot. But, like, at the end of the day, if they're both going at full speed, we know damn well who's more faster. You know what I mean? And if that Nagato is able
who's more fast
to fucking shit on KCM Naruto, like, what does Kakashi even do? You know?
Who's more fast? You should have just said who's faster, but, you know, there's that.
You know what, Brooke? Instead of you correcting my goddamn vocabulary, why don't you wait your 13 minutes and I'll be there in a sec.
Bro, we could have been in a match already clapping cheeks.
I had important things to do.
No, I'm talking about me and Kev could have already been in a match clapping cheeks and whatnot while you said for us to wait for you.
You don't be clapping no cheeks. I don't want to hear it.
Huh?
You heard what I said. You are not clapping any cheeks. That's only me and Kevin.
Say it with your chest. Say it a little bit louder. Say it with your chest.
Oh my fucking god. If anything, it's the other way around.
I was smacking them and bending them over.
Oh my god.
And spitting on them.
Somebody said.
That's one way to do it.
What's the cheat? Somebody asked her what code she using.
What code? Wait, are you in a stream?
Yes, I'm in a stream, Brooke. You know me. I stream and record. What you mean?
Clapping cheeks. Apparently, one game I was completely muted, and Kevin said that somebody reported me.
Sheesh. I believe it.
They said she was cheating.
How the fuck was I cheating?
I don't know. I told him I was like, she just good.
Somebody said that like in the game.
Yeah, in the game.
So I could hear you, but I couldn't hear the person that said that.
Right.
So he's the one that reported me.
Yeah.
Hey, ding dong.
What? What
Hey,
the fuck?
ding dong.
How was I cheating? Because I was fucking clapping cheeks and bending people over?
Yes. Exactly.
My hand is not your toy. You have a fucking rope. Go get your rope. Where's your rope? No, fuck you. Bro, here, get your hamburger. Go get your hamburger. Fuck off.
Oh yeah. But either way, like, even if you can't even do all that, okay, and let's say like for some reason like that's just not a way to go about it. At the end of the day, I'm sorry. Kakashi's not doing anything to Ichiraku Tensei. It's just not happening.
No.
Like literally, like even if like let's say it's like they both look at each other, right? You know, and Kakashi like he's about to use Kame or whatever, and then Nagato says like Ichiraku Tensei does the orb thing, tosses it up. If Nagato starts getting hit by Kamui, and the orb is already in the air, it's going to immediately start pulling Kakashi up with the gravity and everything, and that's going to make it harder for him to focus on like the Kamui to like distort and wrap with space and everything and Kamui him, and then at that point he's basically just going all the way up in the air. Then he's basically fucked and you can't even Kamui him and he just gets killed. Like it's that simple.
Bro, get the fuck out of my face! I'm trying to pull my hair.
I don't know how you feel about this, Loki, but kind of similar to the interaction with Flying Raijin with Kamui. What's to say Nagato can't just absorb Kamui, or better yet, just blow it away with a mighty push?
It's a space-time ninjutsu.
Yeah, which consists of chakra.
Or just blow him,
But it's a space-time ninjutsu.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, even if it's a space-time ninjutsu, it's still embodied with chakra. It's a ninjutsu, a technique. And all it is just distorting space and everything and wrapping you up into it and bringing you into a dimension. And with the mighty push, if you analyze like how that is utilized, all this, the information about it, and how it basically, uses gravity and you name it or whatever, like to push things away, etc. What's to say it just doesn't, negate it for one, or two, push it away.
Yeah, like
like for instance, like if it was that simple against a Rinnegan user, then that's all Kakashi even had to do was just Kamui him, the Tendo Pain. That's it. And that clearly wasn't the case because he didn't go that far, and to the point where he like if he's aware that like ninjutsu and taijutsu is ineffective against his attacks, that's why he didn't use Kamui, meaning because Kakashi even believed that Kamui would not be able to work on him. Instead, he used Kamui to fake his death so he could be able to survive while Pain left and thought he was dead. You see what I'm saying?
Bro, this man is killing my buzz.
You're killing my buzz, Brooke. Okay? You're killing me. This game is downloading. If anything, you should be like, man, you're so awesome, Greg. Thanks for, for downloading the game and joining along. I'm over here fucking like, and you're killing my buzz.
Gregory.
Frank.
Gregory.
Don't Gregory me. You ain't shy. But it's so weird. It's so weird when people actually call me Gregory, deadass, because the only people that call me Gregory is my mom, Shy, or other really, really close family members that like are either mad at me when they say Gregory.
Gregory. It's 1:14, my guy.
And
we just play like an hour ago.
My man is long-winded.
He
been on Naruto for like 8 hours.
You guys are. I was literally recording for 3 hours.
Okay, but you said give me like an hour.
I didn't say an hour. I said give me a bit. I'll let you know. I'll join along with you guys later.
A bit to me is like an hour.
No,
right?
It's not. That could be
anything.
anything.
To me is like an hour max,
or
like 30
whatever.
minutes.
In Brooks' terms and world, yes. 3 minutes, the game is
All
done,
right.
by the way.
Oh, it's finally done? Okay, then fucking join up. What the fuck are you doing?
It's not done yet. I said 3 minutes.
Oh, I thought you said it was
Yeah,
done.
you freaking ding dong.
What?
But no,
How you gonna use my...
but do you get what I'm saying though, okay?
Yeah, I get it, but
Like Kakashi
only
never did
the-
it, and at that point in time, Kakashi was more than capable of immediately activating Kamui and fucking sniping someone's head off. Like literally, like right after the pain arc, when he's like in front of Sasuke, or better yet, when Sasuke shoots the goddamn arrow, immediately Kamui's it, you know, and just says like, "Wow, so fast! If I didn't have Kamui, I would have been dead." Then you have the other point where Obito's in front of him. He's like, "All right, I'll get rid of Madara right here and now," and goes to snipe his head. And then Madara's like, it instantly negates it and stops. He's like, "That doesn't work on me." Like, so Kakashi could have been able to easily do Kamui on fucking Pain, and if it was to work and be effective, I'm pretty sure he would have done that. And that's Pain.
Get what you're saying.
You know.
The whole argument with Minato, like the only reason he was able to do that is because Flying Raijin is also a fucking space-time ninjutsu.
Okay,
So
so that's what your
only-
angle is, that if it's not a space-time ninjutsu, there's no way to deal with it?
No, my angle is if it's not a space-time ninjutsu, you are not escaping that shit.
Yeah, exactly. So meaning like it needs to be space-time in order to save you. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, in order to escape.
So then what about the Yatamir? That's not space-time ninjutsu.
No, what does that have to do with it?
Well, I'm just saying, like, if Kamen was to interact with the Yatamir, it's not going to just get rid of it. The Yatamir is just going to negate it.
No, it's not gonna negate it.
You think Kamui's being the Yatamir?
Like Kamui isn't a fucking elemental jutsu. It's not gonna negate it.
Well, Kamui, I believe it's, what is it? It's either yin or yang. I can't fucking remember. It's one of those, but either way, it is a ninjutsu-based technique. It's chakra embedded. And the
Hey,
Yatamir
Kevin,
is stated overall to
Yes.
negate all things.
take a shot of tequila for me so I can get my buzz back.
Like, and it's also a spiritual manifestation tool, to where Kamui
I ain't
only
gonna
works
lie.
on physical
I'm 10 steps ahead of you.
stuff. So, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, so if there, like, basically what I'm arguing from my angle is there could be certain things that are not ninjutsu, ninjutsu or space-time ninjutsu that could be able to either deal with Kamui or negate it. That's all I'm trying to say. So if you like kind of come in that type of angle, what's to say Rinnegan abilities, which is also
I beat you to the
dojutsu,
bottle already, bro.
which is also dojutsu abilities, like, why would that not be able to deal with Kamui?
I really wish I could reach my bottle of tequila.
Would be able to, perhaps.
Like flying
Kamui
Raijin,
is neither yin or
like
yang.
flying Raijin is, in my opinion, even more different than Kamui. Like, yes, they're both space-time ninjutsu, but the reason why flying Raijin is different is because literally your body is just immediately teleporting and stopping like space and time itself and going to wherever you marked something. And whether if it's you marked a tree, whatever, or the
A
Kuna.
shot of tequila.
Huh?
Like, while
I said he need him a
Obito's
shot of
Kamui,
tequila.
it's just him using like
For real.
a visual dojutsu and basically just like warping his body, you know, like in like with the fucking Kamui and just making his body go into other dimension and goes through, you know? Like, it's different, you know what I mean? It's not like he's just moving somewhere, like teleporting.
Does this
like,
man
he has
really
to,
have
like,
a Batman hat on? I'm dead.
Yes, I do have a Batman hat. You have a problem with that, Brooke? You have a fucking problem?
Hey, that's crazy. I seen that on Twitch. I thought I was tripping.
What's the problem with Batman?
You're fake Batman. You're fake
Oh,
Batman. We already discussed
here we go
this.
with this bullshit.
Always fake Batman.
I know.
Yo, I'm looking at this light in the sky.
All
and
right,
it's
my
just
game is
not
ready.
moving.
I'm ready to rock and roll, so I'm gonna connect it to my controller.
Press
if
A.
Brooke is not lame and can somehow join fucking
I can't.
Discord, then great. If not, then we might have to go to trash fucking game chat.
I can't.
Cause you suck.
But I can just unplug my headset and not like fucking die all the time because I can't hear shit.
Oh my god. All right, but hey, okay, I'm calling it quits here though. I'll talk with you later. It was nice hanging and everything. You have a good one, alright, man?
Sure.
All right.
I'm
peace.
sorry I ruined your talk sesh.
Yeah, we were nothing. We were getting off anyways.
Oh, Greg, make sure your game chat settings for
Let
settings.
me know when the debate happens, Batman.
All right,
Let me know.
I'll let you know.
Yep.
It's either gonna happen like morning or early afternoon.
Alright. Let
Alright.
me know.
Peace.
And then we can hang out and you can watch Boruto after. Peace.
Yeah, that's
Have a good
done.
one. Have a good one, dude. Enjoyed it.
Peace.